Hello, everyone. How you doing? How's everyone in live chat? I saw this video being recommended to me, and I first thought, nah. And then I saw a peer review it, and then I was like, All right. So I changed my mind. I was like, maybe. And then I looked at AP's review of it, and I was like, holy crap. This is like this is like a cringe fest. This is like a video of pure cringe and ignorance. Imagine making a video thinking that you're fighting misconceptions, and then your video being such a giant source of misconceptions. And you know what? I feel bad for this lady. You know why I feel bad for this lady? Because yeah, oh my god, recall say, oh no, 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 no. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. This is not gonna be good. This is gonna be, oh my god. Again, one reason I didn't want to do this. One reason, guys, don't comment on people's looks. That's not cool. That's not, guys. Really, if you have gone to the wrong side of the conversation. As cringe as this video is more cringe to criticize this woman's look instead of actually criticizing her ideas. Yes, sorry. It's okay, Marco. Oh, it's okay, Marco. You're forgiven. It's okay. Oh, so Marco is like so accepting of criticism these days. I'm really proud of you, Marco. Let's cringe together, fellas. Yes, Katie. Yeah, wow, Marco. Marco has become very mature these days. I really am. Wow, I hope I get to be as self-correcting as Marco is being today. If I make a mistake, I appreciate that, Marco. That massive windstorm. Oh, wait. Okay, audio is great and everything. Cool. All right, Dr. Anarchy is here. No, this woman is not. Okay, so Dr. Anarchy is saying, I think this woman is trolling. But no, this woman apparently realized how much of a. Okay, no, actually, I'm not gonna assume people's intention. This woman, this woman thinks Islam is great and awesome, and she's a Muslim now. And she wants to tell us how awesome Islam is and how we are all wrong about our conception. By the way, Deborah, who's in the live chat, who's like legit Muslim, guys, Deborah, okay, I know Fatima and I have been ex-Muslims, but I think Deborah is like ex-Muslim plus. Okay? Hey, Deborah, Fatima, me and you have nothing over how ex-Muslim Deborah is, okay? We have yeah, ex-Muslim plus. There needs to be another name for how seriously ex-Muslim you are if you're someone like Deborah, okay? Like Hezbollah Tahrir as ex-Muslim, okay? Like take yeah. Yes. Amoeba is saying, Armin, I just learned from Harry Sultan's live stream that Muhammad Hijab has published his translations on Quran.com. I don't know what that's got to do with any of this, but okay. Katie, this is not something new. Yeah. Okay. Ex-Muslim plus. Yeah, that's what Deborah is. Anyways, let's all cringe. You know what I'm doing to you guys? This is how you know that I hate you all, okay? Because I watched this video and I was like, this is painful. Why am I going through this pain by myself? This cringe is too painful. I have to inflict this pain on the rest of you so we could enjoy this misery together, okay? Are you ready for some cringe? Are you ready for some grade A pure cringe? Huh? Let's do this together. Ultimate ex-Muslim? Sure, that's good. Terrell saying, come on, Armin. Don't talk to yourself down like that. You got a few scars to show for your ex-Muslimness. Yeah, but still, Deborah is like, but yeah. I mean, all the scars that I have on Islam is self-inflicting. So, I have literal scars. Okay, but it's mostly it was mostly a virus of the. Yeah, never mind. Anyways, let's look at this lady. I mean, she's like lovely. She's a lovely, like friendly person. Why do you guys don't hate on her? She's wrong. Okay, I mean, we're gonna cringe, but let's cringe because of the crap that she's gonna say without hating on her. Okay, no hating on this lovely lady. Please, live chat. Let's be mature. No hating on this deluded lady. Okay, she's just wrong, and her ideas are cringe, and her views are cringe, and we're gonna make fun of her ideas. But no hate. It's possible. This is what people don't understand. You could make fun of someone's ideas without hating on them. Okay, you guys do this to me all the time, every time. Okay, I don't think you hate me. I don't think you hate me. You make fun of me. People call me. I get something wrong, and half of the live chat starts calling me an idiot. Okay, I don't think you hate me because I'm sometimes a moron. Deborah should co-host this. Would be perfect. Deborah, do you want to co-host this? I could send you a. Thank you, Marco, for the super chat. If Deborah is interested, I'll send her the. Deborah, your internet be good if you want to join, though. No pressure, Deborah. Here, let me send the. Let's send our Deb. Wait, why is it not showing? Yeah, let me actually see Deborah. Yeah, there we go. Found her. No pressure. I'm gonna send the link to Deborah, but no pressure. No pressure. Okay. If you're not feeling like it, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Great suggestion by Marco. Wait a second. Yeah, and actually also agrees. And thank you for the super chat. All right. Should I wait for Deborah or should I just get started? I'm gonna get started. Deborah is gonna join in when she I'm not gonna wait on Deborah because if I wait on her, she's gonna think like she has to rush or something. Okay. So I'm just gonna like start so that she doesn't feel like she has to rush. Deborah, take your time, okay? No rush. I don't know what women have to do to get ready for a live stream. Okay, I think it's I think it's like some sort of like rocket science kind of complicated. Like I don't know. I think like turning the camera on, and if you're being a woman and having to get ready for that, I think like there's some serious like complicated science goes beyond preparing for doing a live stream. If you're a woman, I just go like looking at the mirror and like, do I look like shit or not? Slightly above. Okay, fine, that's good enough, right? That's what I do. But yeah, all right. Yes, new merch is available. Link in the description. Link in the description to our merch. Yes, link in the description. All right, we always have new merch. We don't do just blasphemous art. We do all kinds of shirts. Anyways, guys, let's get started.
And welcome to this video. And if you are not a Muslim and you are wondering what Assalamu alaikum means, then it means.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not a Muslim, but God. Okay, Assalamu alaikum means peace be upon. Okay, first of all, here's the first misconception about Islam and Muslims. You don't have to be a Muslim to know what Assalamu alaikum means. A lot of people are Arabs who might say Assalamu alaikum, who are not Muslim, but know exactly what that means. So do not conflate those two. So maybe she should say if you don't. Okay, so here's the guys. We're like 2 seconds in, and I'm already. Oh God. Okay, so she said like, here's the thing.
Look. Hello, salam alaikum, and welcome to this video. And if you are not a Muslim and you are wondering what Assalamu alaikum means.
So we're 8 seconds in, and this woman who is supposed to like clear misconceptions about Islam with us already has a misconception about Islam. Okay, she instead of saying if you are not a Muslim, she should have said if you're not a Muslim or if you don't speak Arabic. Okay, please do not conflate speaking Arabic with being a Muslim. Okay, you might be speaking Arabic, if you know somewhat, if you even know the tiniest amount of Arabic. Again, Being Arab doesn't mean you're Muslim. Being Muslim doesn't mean you're Arab. It's interesting because she mentions this later in the video, but she herself is like kind of conflating them with each other, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah, cringe in 8 seconds already. It's funny because she herself thinks that that's a misconception, but she herself is kind of like guilty of it a bit here. I know I'm being pedantic and stuff, but that's what she's doing. So I feel like that's what she's gonna be doing. So I feel like it's fair for me to do that to her as well. Like if you're not a Muslim, you mean if you're not Arabic? Hey, by the way, I know somebody. Come on. You're speaking Arabic in the live chat. Please cut it out. Thank you.
Then it means peace be upon you. It is a greeting that Muslims use for one another, because I do hope that some non-Muslims are watching this.
A lot of non-Muslims also use it. It's not just the Muslims. Literally, like 90% of the people in Iran, unless they're very, very anti using Arabic words, when they see each other, they say salam. And most of them are not, like many of them are not even Muslim.
This video, because it is a very important topic. Now, just to introduce myself, if you don't know me, then my name is Ellie. I'm from the UK. I am a travel blogger and tour organizer by profession now, and I became a Muslim a couple of months ago. So I'm using...
I would say hi to you on Instagram, but my personal Instagram was removed because my anti-religious views from Instagram. But you're safe on Instagram, so yay, enjoy Instagram.
This YouTube platform that I have to talk about Islam and really clear up a lot of the misconceptions around Islam, so people know that it's really not a religion that they may have heard of, all the negative things that they've heard. And also because some people, they want to become Muslim like myself, they're researching, but there are also some negative things that they've heard, and I want to use this video to clear those things up. So if that sounds like what you're interested in, then keep on watching. And let's start with the most obvious misconception, just to get it out the way.
What do you think the first one's going to be? What do you think the first one is going to be? Okay, the lady should visit Iran and then we should ask her opinion.
That Muslims are terrorists.
Hi. Please help me. Please help me. I have no patience. Please, where are you? I need you right now. Who says that? Like all of them? Okay. Guys, maybe if you want to attack misconceptions, like maybe like don't strawman them. Like guys, we're like 1 minute in. Guys, let me tell you, I follow some of their most lunatic, moronic, right-wing, bigot, far-right groups on the internet just to see what they're up to. I just check up on them. Just go like, hey, let me see what the bigots are saying today. And they're like, oof, oh, ah, ooh, oh, no, oh, and then I go out, okay? And then I go take a shower, okay? And I can tell you that I've been to the darkest corners of the internet, okay? And even they don't say this like that. Muslims, you mean they like, you mean like, do they say they might, the worst, even the most bigoted ones will say most of them, or maybe, I mean, they're wrong. It's a fringe group of, it's a tiny fringe, okay? It's a tiny fringe that are terrorists, okay? But even the bigots don't say they're all terrorists, right? Even the crazy bigots, they say like, maybe the craziest one might say that most of them, which is insane. It's insane. But they don't say like, hey, oh yeah, Muslims are terrorists. Like, if you want to tackle misconceptions, here's a hint for you. What's this lady's name? The one there in Queen? Oh, here, Deborah. Deborah's here. Hi, Deborah.
Hey.
Hey, so we're tackling the first misconception, okay? Maybe I haven't heard this before, but have you heard like people claiming that all Muslims are terrorists? I mean, I saw it once. Somebody saying every Muslim is a ticking time bomb. Okay, even if they're not a terrorist. Okay,
Yeah.
and that was like, whoa, this guy is a bigot or something. It's saying like every Muslim is a ticking time bomb, right? Like could potentially become a terrorist, and that was the craziest generalization I've ever seen. But even that guy wasn't saying they're all are terrorists now, right?
That's
So,
like just old school. I find like really old misconceptions. But
but
that
no,
means
even the old
to
school
me,
ones, have you heard some people actually saying all of them are terrorists? Like, have you
yeah,
heard that? You have? I
yeah,
haven't.
yeah, like the small town backwoods people I know. Yeah.
Okay, okay. But is this like a common misconception?
No,
No.
I think they just say it just to be a-holes.
Right. Right. So I'm pretty sure like okay, so I'm pretty sure like when it comes to misconceptions, if you like really go digging, you're gonna find somebody that has this misconception, okay? But if you want to fight 10 misconceptions, you might as well go find some misconceptions that are common. I mean, who thinks this? Like you've seen some. I saw one person that has something similar to this, but the biggest they think like, oh yeah, maybe many of them, the vast majority. The truth is that a fringe group of them, a really fringe group of them are terrorists, and even that fringe group is responsible for most of the terrorism around the world, right?
Right.
So do you agree with me, Deborah, that a fringe group of Muslims, tiny fringe group of Muslims, are terrorists, but that by itself is enough for it to be the number one source of terrorism globally. Is that accurate to say?
I guess that sounds about right.
Right, right. By wide margin. All right. And again, I know if there's any Americans here in the live chat, would be like, no, Armin, you were wrong. They're right wing bigots. The far right groups are the number one sources of terrorism. FBI data proves it. And like in the US, we're talking globally. Pay attention. The world is not the United States. The world is not the United States, right?
Yeah.
Yes. By the way, Deborah, did I pressure you to come here today? You don't feel pressure like you want to be here today?
It's okay. I just got up and my laptop and everything was set up at another part of the house, so I just had to move it. So
Nope.
it's okay.
You're okay?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay. Don't let us push you to do something you don't want to do, okay? You're good.
No.
You're good. Yeah.
I love you
Wait.
guys.
Oh, we love having here. You're ex-Muslim plus.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing. Like when I hear about these like converts and stuff that go to, overseas to join the group and stuff like that, I feel for them because I was there. So I have a hard time hating on them because like, man, I was like totally in that.
Okay, yeah, you're a Muslim convert, but she doesn't call herself a Muslim convert. She calls herself a Muslim.
Hang on. Can't turn my cam off for a sec. Can you turn my cam off for a sec?
No, but I can meet you.
Hang on.
There we go. I muted you. Guys, do you know why she's calling herself a Muslim, a revert Muslim rather than a Muslim convert? Do you guys know? Like, what's the difference between calling herself a revert rather than a convert? Do you guys know the difference? Do you understand? She's a Muslim revert because she once was an ex-Muslim. That's what you would think, but nope. Like okay, so obviously, if you look at her, it's very unlikely that she was born a Muslim, right? So if you think that she's an ex-Muslim and then went back to Islam, then you would have to be Occam's razor would suggest that she was not a Muslim, then she became a Muslim, and then she became an ex-Muslim, and then she went back to being Muslim again. That is very unlikely. Okay, AJ saying I have no idea. Never ask it. Yeah, I'm just saying, what do you guys think? You don't have to be like, don't be too picky about what we could know, okay? Because yes, Bulbul gets it. Bulbul atheist gets it. Because we are all born Muslim. Because we're all born Muslim. So she's going back to Islam, even though this is the first time she converted to Islam. She's like, we're all like, she thinks that our natural state, we are all de facto Muslim, and then we are told lies, and then we become ex-Muslim, and then she rediscovered Islam. She thinks our natural state is to be born Muslim. Yes, exactly. Amani is saying because Muslims think that people are born Muslims. Exactly. I have refuted Zakir Naik. Okay, you did. I don't know. They believe Islam is the default belief. Yes, exactly. Islamception. I don't know what that means. Deborah is so yeah. Aye. Marco is like trying to distract. Oh, he didn't tag us, so I don't know why. It's okay. It's okay. Lies. Okay, Ed is saying giving credit to Islam, this belief makes hell a bit more fair in principle. Oh yeah, Idris is saying, yeah, interesting point, Idris. Yeah, this makes hell a little bit fair. It's not so much, but I get your point. I am going back to my natural religion. Yes, you guys you were all Muslims until your parents told you lies. That's the understanding. Until your society told you lies. If they just left you alone, if you just let the natural order of things take place, you were just like grew into your natural state of being Muslim. Selva Umar is saying, Selva is saying, so I am infidels the moment I went to temple when I was baby. So cool. Yes, you guys are all ex-Muslims. Technically, we're all ex-Muslims then. You should let yeah.
Now, this is, of course, not true.
This is, of course, not true. Look at this beautiful straw man that I created. Look at it. Look at this. Look at my glory be upon my straw man. Glory be upon my straw man. Let me show you how I tear it down. Are you okay, Deborah?
Yep.
All good?
All good.
Are you sure?
Yes, thank you. And I've got a coffee.
Okay, good. All right, so she built us a straw man. Muslims are all terrorists.
Yep.
Okay, and she's like telling us how this misconception is wrong. Okay, so easy. It's so easy to tear this down, right? Just make an argument that almost nobody's making, and tell us why it's wrong.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see why that's wrong.
It is true that Islam is a religion of peace. Now,
oh no. Oh my God, this is like...
It is true because look, there's peaceful Muslims around us.
Right, look at her. Oh, Deborah, you have your cookies ready? Look at her. She's not beheading anybody right now.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Some cookies going here.
Okay.
1 sec.
Marco is saying hell is for you that actually believed in God. Thank you so much for the £2 super chat, Marco. Really appreciate that.
Wow, somebody looked up my net worth on Google. I wish I was a millionaire.
I don't know.
Who's
Ignore
this
that.
Deborah?
Why are you giving us 3 cookies, Deborah? Only 1 cookie at a time.
Well,
you're
one's not enough. Come on. I'm a baker. I can bake shit tons of
Deborah, we have only 188 patrons. We don't have money to cook all these cookies. Okay? Like maybe later once we had 200 patrons, then you could give out 3 cookies every time. Okay. Wow, Andrew N just became a member. Thank you so much, Andrew. Yes, thank you, Andrew.
Welcome to the fold.
Yes, welcome to the Atheist Republic family. Okay, cool. Let's continue.
Fortunately, there are bad people all over the world. And it just so happens that when they are Muslim, it is highlighted in the media. So people think it is always Muslims.
It's the other way around.
Oh my God.
It's so much the other way around because there's so much Islamic terrorism right now happening around the world that you guys don't even hear about it anymore.
They're not allowed to report it.
No, but it has been turned too boring. Like people are like, hey, what happened to Islamic terrorism? Has it stopped? Like everybody feeling like, hey, wait, we haven't heard about Islamic terrorism recently. Has it stopped? No, it hasn't stopped. It's still going on. Guys, just recently, 50 people were beheaded by ISIS just last week. 50 people were beheaded. Did you hear that in the news? Hey, live chat. Did anybody... Hold on. Did you guys hear about this? I mean, you guys might have because we reported it on Atheist Republic. Hold on, look at this. How many people heard about this? Yes.
So when I was
5 days ago.
Muslim, I used to get angry at any media that would highlight stuff like this all the time. They're like, see, they're just like nitpicking from around the world just to show and to incite violence against Muslims. So like that's that whole mentality. Like the press is like purposefully highlighting these things around the world, just Islamic stuff, just to make people hate Muslims. So
Right.
that was the mindset.
Okay, but here's the thing: like this obviously gets posted on BBC, but does it get that much coverage? You know why it doesn't get coverage? Because it's constantly happening. Like Islamic terrorism, guys. Just because it's not happening as much in Europe or in North America, that doesn't mean it's stopped. Islamic terrorism is happening all the time in Afghanistan, in a lot of countries in Africa, in Syria, in Yemen. It's ongoing. It's ongoing all the time.
Yep.
And it doesn't get much coverage because it's ongoing. If
I don't think
thing,
that's the reason.
why do
I
you
think it's because the press is getting pressured to not highlight this stuff as much.
No, I don't
No?
think so. No, look, they get coverage. They mostly go by the clicks. This stuff doesn't get like that much clicks, so they will just
Okay.
post about it and then they will stop, right? How many people like it's just this is I mean, imagine if this happened in Europe, right? Then it would get like a lot of coverage.
For
So
sure.
it's not that it's Islam that is being highlighted by media. It's because people don't care about Africans.
Yeah.
You know, like if Islamic terror attacks happen in Europe or North America, then yeah, it will get a lot of attention. So it's not the Islam element that is like being ignored. I mean, I do agree that it's bigotry, right? Because people seem not to care about Africans. So there is some bigotry going on here. I mean, if this happened in New Zealand, people are like, oh, Armin, no, it's not bigotry. It's far away. That's why. Really? I'm pretty sure if it happened in New Zealand or Australia, it will get a lot of attention, even though it's farther away from Europe than Africa, right? So it is some bigotry going on here, right? But again, it's not because Islam is not getting any attention. It's not because Islam is getting more attention. It's not. Okay, it's not getting attention. In fact, the media. So I'll tell you what, Deborah, you're right on this. The media is very careful around how they talk about this, right? Like, I mean, look at this. Okay, so it's not as bad. So both sides are getting this wrong, right? So the people who are Islam apologists, they say like, oh my God, every time they say Islam, 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 okay? And it's not actually like that. The media tries to be very, very careful if it's not because of to not like they don't want to be called out as bigots, right? So the media is very careful about most media is very careful about this, right? But the anti-Islam people, they say like, oh, the media doesn't point out that it has anything to do with Islam. They're also wrong. So they're both the Muslim pro-Islam side and the anti-Islam side, they're both wrong. What is actually happening, for example, here, again, this is not all, but over here, and it again depends on the media, is that they're trying to play this game at not blaming Islam, but also not denying that this has to do something with Islam, right? This is how clever, this is how genius this word Islamist is, okay? So again, here's the trick as BBC or CNN. What do? You don't want to be called out as bigots, so you don't want to say that this is Islam, and you don't want to deny because you don't want to lose credibility. You don't want to act like you're.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you're frozen. Looks like the power went out there or something. That's what it looks like. Can people hear me still? Hang on. Yeah, I'm still visible. We have like big storms here too right now, so we could lose power. Oh shit. So, I don't know what to say. Cheers. Okay. I'll hang in here until Armin comes back. I apologize. I literally just crawled out of bed. What the hell? Yeah, I watched this woman talk before, and she's just like playing off these like common misconceptions that aren't even misconceptions unless you're extremely right wing, like the one that says, you know, all Muslims are terrorists and all that crap. So obviously it's easy to debunk that stupid crap, but it doesn't mean that Islam is lovely and amazing, that's for sure.
I'm back.
Yay!
My internet went out. I'm sorry.
Are
Hold
you
on.
having stormy weather?
It's fine. Wait, hold on. Let me share my screen again.
I got to be in charge for a second there. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm glad that we had you on, because then you could keep the
Keep it rocking.
Yeah, thank you, Marco. Marco's recommendation really helped out. Oh, what was that sound?
Yeah,
Okay.
way to go, Marco.
Yes. Well, I think guys, I was taken out by Allah or something.
Yeah. I wait for those smiting. Do you know the first thing I did? I bought the Satanic Verses. That was my first step. I was like, I'm gonna buy this book and I'm gonna read it. And I'm like waiting for lightning to strike. It was so funny.
Really?
Now and then I bought all the books, like all the worst books. So
all right, wait. I was making such an important point, okay? And we got lost, okay? So my point was that news organizations like BBC, they have to be very, very careful, right? They have to act like they have to not tie it directly to Islam, okay? Because then they would be accused like, oh my God, BBC, you're saying this is, but you don't understand. But like BBC and CNN and other news organizations, they don't want to be involved in making theological. I mean, let's be fair to them, okay? Don't be like, oh my God, BBC are so biased. I mean, really, do you think like a news organization, they want to be involved in making do you want to report the news? Do you want them to go over scripture and actually discuss whether or not this is true Islam or not Islam? I mean, come on, like that's too much of an expectation for an organization like BBC, right? So like we can't be like, this is Islam. We don't want to get involved in that, but we can't also deny that this has anything to do with Islam. So what do? We invent a new word. We invent, like, say, militant Muslims. Militant is like Islamists. Islamism is like, what is Islamism? Islamism is political Islam. Like, you mean Islam? No, political Islam. Islamism. Like, there's no such thing as political Islam. All of Islam is political Islam. But they're pretending like it's a separate thing. They created this word called Islamists and pretending like it's a separate thing so that they could that they could not deny that this has something to do with Islam without claiming that this is true Islam.
Yeah,
it's Islamism.
Yeah, they have to say that so that they can report it, because everybody says this isn't Islam. This is not Islam. Yeah.
So this is a perfect place that they have found. They're like, we're just staying here. Are we saying it's Islam? No, we're saying it's Islamism. Are we saying this has nothing to do with Islam? No, we're not saying that, because we're saying Islamism. So like, yeah, we're just gonna stay. You guys could fight. We'll just stay over here.
Yeah,
I think
it's a safe word.
It's a safe. Yeah, exactly.
But so that's now what they're going after, political Islam. Like, you're seeing that European countries are now starting to actually go after political Islam.
I'm going to do a live stream on that, actually. Yes.
It's a good thing, because I hope that trends out my way.
But political Islam is not a real thing.
Well, Hizb ut-Tahrir is literally political Islam, so they could possibly get banned, which is hopeful for me.
Right. But that's just Islam. Right.
That's just one group, yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's literally Islam. Islam is political.
It's 100%.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, if Islam, guys, it's very simple, okay? If Islam could be summarized into one phrase, is following the words and actions of the Prophet, okay? For us, it's easier to summarize, right? Why? Because we think both the Quran and the Hadith are the saying of the Prophet, technically, because there is no Allah, right? So if following the actions and saying of the Prophet, that's Islam, if that's just a one phrase summary of Islam, then Muhammad established the government and ruled. I mean, that makes Islam political. That's it. That's as easy as you could get. Okay.
There are bad people all over the world.
No, do we?
That Muslims are terrorists. Now, this is of course not true. It is true that Islam is.
Wait, you lost? Okay, never mind.
A religion of peace. Now, unfortunately, there are bad people all over the world. And it just so happens that when they are Muslim, it is highlighted in the media. So people think it is always Muslims. It's interesting.
God damn it. You know how much other stuff gets highlighted more? Okay, think about this, right? You saw this, right? Oh, here's an example, right? Here's a beautiful example, right? This, okay? And let me show you something else. How many people died in Christchurch? How many people?
I forget. Good question.
How many people got... if we're going by anecdotes, right? Which is what she does. How many guys? Do you know how many people? Okay, Deborah, can you mute your microphone when there's background, please? 49. 49? Is it 49? $49. Okay, 49. So she's saying when it's Muslims doing it, it gets highlighted. Okay, was it a Muslim who did the Christchurch shooting? Was it a Muslim? Guys, remind me. Was it a Muslim that got the Christchurch shooting? Was it a Muslim? No. No. It was not a Muslim. Right? How much attention that got? How much media coverage that got? Was it not? No, what are you guys saying? You're saying yes. No, it wasn't. No, it was not a Muslim. That's my entire point. No, it was not. It was a white Australian. That's what the truth seekers say. Okay? Again, guys, I'm not trying to... Of course not. Yeah, there we go. Okay? How much attention did that get? Again, when you make general statements like this woman is making, it's so easy to disprove you, okay? If you use words like mostly, sometimes, often, many times, right? But if you just make general statements like that, all I have to do is compare the Christchurch shooting, the amount of media coverage that the Christchurch shooting got, to this. This was militant Islamists. They killed around the same number of people. And it got close to 0% of the attention. I know it got some attention because here, it's on the media, like BBC covered it, right? But compared to the Christchurch shooting, how many people know about the Christchurch shooting? A lot of people. How many people know about this one? Very little people. Even most of you, like we covered it at the Atheist Republic, and even most of you didn't know about it. Deborah, be careful when you're touching your mic. It makes a lot of noise.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just letting you know. So, prove. Let me see. Actually, did she say many? Maybe she said the word correctly. Huh.
Unfortunately, there are bad people all over the world. And it just so happens that when they are Muslim, it is highlighted in the media. So people think it is always Muslim.
See? She didn't say many times, most of the times. No, she's like always. She used the word, if it's Muslims, it gets highlighted and people think it's always Muslim, okay? When you make such general, absolute statements like that, it's just so easy to tear apart everything you're saying. I don't even have to like strawman you because your arguments are worse than the most, like, I can't come up with a more pathetic strawman. Like, I don't even have to create a strawman when your arguments are this weak. Right?
Yeah. It's Interesting, when other deaths occur anywhere else around the world, do they point out their religion? No, they do not.
If it's because of their religion, they do. Okay, God damn it. If a Christian terrorist does their terrorism because of Christianity, their religions will get mentioned a lot. Okay, I could tell you the Christchurch shooter, the people who are anti-Christians, they were like going through his manifesto, trying to find some relationship between what he did and Christianity, and they couldn't. He was just like a far-right bigot. Okay. They couldn't, but if they could tie what he did to Christianity, some ex-Christians and some anti-Christians, they would have used that forever and ever. They would remind you about that constantly. Do you know how many anti-Christians would have loved to be able to find something in that guy's manifesto that had anything to do with Christianity? You think the guy's religion would have not been mentioned if what he did was not somehow related to Christianity? Do you seriously, how naive do you have to be to think that if a terrorist had if their terrorism had anything to do with their Christianity, if they mentioned their Christianity and they told you that this is why we're doing it, if we're doing it for Jesus, in Jesus' name, or for our church, or for protecting Christianity, anything like that, how naive do you have to be to think that the entire world would not be constantly speaking about that, especially a world that is trying to dismiss Islamic terrorism? They would have like yelled out with speakerphones everywhere, in our ears. Every time there's an Islamic terror attack, they would use that, like, oh, look, we have a Christian terror attack. They would have loved for that guy to mention something about Christianity. How naive do you have to be to think, okay, this lady is a moron, okay? Do you think, like, if there's this is what I tell, okay? If there is like a bank robbery, okay? And the people who did the bank robbery just happen to be Muslim, but they didn't do the bank robbery in the name of Allah, or shouted Allahu Akbar on the glory of Islam, or anything like that, or defending the name of the Prophet. Do you think we would be calling it an Islamic bank robbery? No. Do you think if a Muslim killed somebody else and it had nothing to do with Islam, if a Muslim killed somebody else and it had nothing to do with Islam, they had just like a personal dispute or something, do you think that would be considered a terrorist attack?
No.
No, nobody would call that an Islamic terrorist attack. It's only called an Islamic terrorist attack because the intention was for Islam. So the reason why other people's religions are not mentioned when there's terrorist attack, because they call it far right. They call it a far right terror attack. If they happen to be Christian, if it wasn't for Christianity, they're not going to call it a Christian terror attack. It's that simple. You're just a moron. I'm sorry. Deborah, do you want to add anything?
No, I totally get it. All they do is bring up the Crusades when they want to talk about Christian terror. That's all they got.
I keep telling people, Deborah, you're both an ex-Christian and you're an ex-Muslim at the same time, okay? Not that many people have like both of those badges, okay? You have like yeah, okay.
Yeah,
you have like done all that.
I was born into one, and then I put myself in the other.
I don't know if you know, but a lot of ex-Christians are jealous of us ex-Muslims. Do you know that?
Because we have way more to bitch about?
Yes, because they're like, oh, I wish Christianity was more mean to us when we were Christians, so we could, like, these ex-Muslims, they're like stealing all the highlight. They're like, guys, I think Christianity would also behead us if we were ex-Christians, if they could. They just don't have the power. Oh yeah, I think the Republicans, if they were in power, they would also execute gay people. Yeah, I think so. Please, guys, like, we're the why did these ex-Muslims ruining everything for us? Okay, so a lot of ex-Christians are kind of ex-Christian atheists are butthurt over the fact that ex-Muslims get to complain more often, right? So they're just waiting for Christians to do some terror attack so that they could talk about it forever and ever and ever and ever, right? Because they're just waiting for it. And for that reason alone, when eventually, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like, when was the last Christian terror attack? Was it like a abortion clinic, right? It was an abortion clinic, right?
Probably
And they still... Yeah, they're still talking about that, right? So they can't wait for the next one to happen so that they could be like, hey guys, we also have terrorists. Please, we also have terrorists. We're the victims. We're the
Well,
victims.
aren't like KKK supposed to be like considered Christian? Don't people associate that with
They
Christianity?
try to because they want to claim some,
I know as
they're
a
just
Muslim, I
bigots.
desperately try to connect that one.
Yeah. I mean, yes. I mean, yeah. Okay. I know they do. Christian calls have so much shit as well, though. Terror attacks are not the only thing to bitch about. I know, but they think like do. Katie, are you?
It's just
We
like a
call them
totally different lane, though.
Yeah, we call their bull crap here all the time at Atheist Republic. Do you think here at Atheist Republic we're dismissing the BS that comes out from Christian calls? No, we don't. Okay, but I'm just telling you, and there's a lot of people around the world that are suffering immensely from Christianity. Okay, so that's true, but again, that doesn't mean that a lot of ex-Christians don't feel like they've been left behind. Okay, so just because they feel like they've been left behind, they're waiting for somebody to do something and like do some killing in the name of Christianity so that they could go out and be like, oh, we have terrorists too. And for that reason alone, trust me, when somebody finally does something in the name of Jesus, okay, they're gonna be like throwing that in our faces all the time. So don't worry, lady, if you want people's religions to be mentioned when a Christian does something crazy, you're gonna get that. I promise you, you're gonna get that. In fact, we're gonna do that for you when that happens. Okay. Right now, most Christians who actually end up doing terrorist attack, they're doing that for like racist or far right bigot stuff. They're actually not doing it for Christianity.
I don't know, the media have got something against Islam. My opinion is that the media just needs us to remain in fear. It needs us to remain in fear, to listen to what the government is saying. And right now, Islam is the best way to keep people scared. And so that's what they're focusing on. But I did just want to clear that up.
Maybe stop being so scary.
And just say it because as number one, because it is the most terrible misconception. And it's just not true. If you really think that, then I suggest to go to a Muslim area near where you live, have some food, talk to the people, and you will realize that this is not the case.
Well, I did that. I grew up in an Islamic country. I had Muslim food most of my life, so that did not help me. Did that help you, Deborah? Have you hung around with Muslims, Deborah? And have
That's
you had
all I have
Islamic...
to do. I just have to go find a Muslim area and go
yeah,
hang
just
out
go
with
have their
them.
food. Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, I did that. Lady, I don't know what your name is,
So
but I
did that in Australia, wherever she is, just to some community.
She's in the UK, but I did that. I did that most of my life. So, I mean, technically, I grew up with. I mean, my mom was a Muslim, and I had her food when I was growing up in my household. So I don't know why that did not help. I mean, guys, are there any Muslims watching this? Are there any Muslims watching this? Because this should be cringe even by your standards, okay? She's not telling you to go study Islam. I mean, come on. If you're a Muslim, you're going to be like, no, lady, Muslims are flawed. Don't go hang out with Muslims. That's going to give you the wrong impression of Islam. Go study. Like, if you're a Muslim, this is what you're going to say, okay? This woman is not even Islaming properly. She's going to be like, no, your misconceptions about Islam is going to be true if you go read the Quran. Not eat food. I mean, they have great food, to be honest. They have great food, right? They have great food, especially if you're in the UK. Especially if you live in the UK. I mean, come on. The British, they suck at food, okay? So, and if you're British, if you grew up in the UK, and if you eat British food, and all of a sudden the Muslims show up, and they cook you food, and then you eat Muslim food, and you're like, holy crap, I'm converting to Islam, I guess. Right? I guess I get it. I mean, if you're British, you have really crappy food, right? Like your food is like tasteless, right? I mean, fish and chips, like what's up with that, right? That's it. That's your national food, right? So all of a sudden these people show up from around the world and they actually bring you something that you could be proud of eating, and you're like, I don't know what God you believe in, but I believe in that now. So I guess it makes sense.
The second misconception is that Muslims and Islam are the same thing.
Yeah. What the hell food has to do with Islam? I don't know. And yeah, actually, let me actually make this point as well. There is no such thing as Muslim food. Okay, I thought I didn't think I had to make that clear, because I assume that people know this. There's no such thing as Muslim food. Okay, I was like making fun of this. When I say Muslim food, I'm joking, but I think I have to. Yeah, actually, given that some of the comments in the live chat, I think I have to make it very clear. Okay, Muslim food, there's no such thing as Muslim food. There's Turkish food, there's Persian food.
Yeah.
There's even no such thing as Arab food. Like when we say Arab food, are we
No.
talking about Egyptian or Lebanese or Indonesian, right?
Yep.
So
we have shawarma restaurants here, and and then some Afghani ones, and then just
imagine if thinking Muslims have their own food. Like imagine thinking like Indonesian food is similar to Persian food, because Iranians
so
are
different.
Muslim and Indonesians are Muslims as well, right? Yeah, guys, there's no such thing as Muslim food, okay?
Even like Iraqi food and Iranian food is very different.
Yeah.
Now, even at the start of this year, just like 10 months ago, I was wondering, what is a Muslim and what is Islam?
Wait,
And
what was the second? What was the second misconception? Oh my God! Look at this, Deborah. Where are the people that are actually? Maybe I don't know this.
This is not the case.
Look at
The
this.
second misconception is that Muslims and Islam are the same.
Okay,
But
come
they're
on.
supposed to be the same thing, aren't they?
No, wait. What are you talking about, Deborah? Do people actually think this? Who thinks this? Do people think Muslims and Islam are the same thing? No, come on. Like, what are you talking about, Deborah? Who thinks like have you? Do people actually think this?
I don't know.
Like what? Like Muslim? Like what is your interpretation of what she's saying? Like you're saying that people they're supposed to be saying? No, she's saying like, are the words are the same thing? Like Muslims are Islam, and Islams are Muslim. Like we know Muslims are people and Islam is the ideology. Is there anybody that doesn't know this? Have you ever seen anybody that
the
doesn't
people
know
that
this?
attack Muslims for being Muslims would probably. No.
Do they actually think?
the
Maybe I'm
dummies?
ignorant of their ignorance, but do people think like the people who attack Islam? I mean, even the bigots who fight Islam because they hate Muslims, not because they hate Islam. Okay, even those people have. If you spend half a second trying to look at what you're attacking, they know Muslims and Islam are two separate things. Maybe she means like Muslims don't behave Islamic, and she's just phrasing it wrong.
I don't know. I still get confused because I know that I was supposed to be Islam, so you weren't.
That doesn't make any sense.
The two.
You're supposed to be Islam. Islam is not a person.
Well, we're supposed to do everything it says, so that makes
okay. But Deborah. That's a different thing. You're saying you're supposed to represent Islam or act Islamically, like being Islam. Being Islam. Islam is not a person. Islam is an ideology.
Exactly, and that's why we get in trouble for critiquing Islam, because they're saying we're being bigots and we're attacking people, but we're not. We're questioning the actual system or ideology.
Yeah. Okay, so Terrell saying, I think some paranoid lay right-winger think Muslims adhere to the Quran 1-to-1 in the latter case because they are really ignorant. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, like there's the people that attack hijabi women because they are clearly a Muslim. So like they're that dumb that they will just like.
That's not what Terrell is saying. Terrell is saying that there are some people who think that every single Muslim follows Islam letter to letter, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that if that's what she means, if that's what this lady means about the second misconception, then this was worded really poorly. Instead of saying Muslims and Islam are the same thing, that doesn't make any sense. Nobody thinks that. Again, nobody, like, if there are people who think that, they are like very, like, you could count them on one hand.
Exactly.
I think what you meant to say, if we're trying to be charitable to her, is what Terrell is suggesting, that Muslims are following Islam, they're just, every Muslim is a perfect Muslim and they're following Islam accurately.
Yeah.
If that's what she meant, then she's not phrasing it properly.
Right.
Katie is saying, well, to be fair, there are people who do conflate the two. People think criticizing Islam means hating Muslims.
Yeah.
It's mostly no, that's not, even that is not the same thing, okay? There are people who think criticizing Islam means you're hating on Muslims.
Yeah.
But even the people who think that, even the idiots who think that, don't think that the word Muslim literally means Islam. And the word Islam, even the people that are that dumb, they're still not dumb enough to think like, oh, Islam and Muslim are two words that you could use interchangeably. And if she doesn't mean that, then this misconception was not written properly, I think. Okay, so Dr. Anarchy, you're actually proving her point. You're saying, why isn't she wearing the hijab? Well, because most Muslims don't follow Islam. So I guess she's right. If that's what she means, then that misconception is correct. And just saying that's also why people... Guys, do you know most Muslim women actually don't wear the hijab? Especially, most Muslim women don't wear the hijab. Is that correct? Am I right about that?
I don't know about most.
I think it's most. What percentage of Muslims? According to Pew Research Center survey among the roughly 1 million Muslim women living in the U.S. Okay, maybe in the United States. Okay, so in non-Islamic countries, most of them don't wear the hijab. So the only way most Muslim women wear the hijab is if it's forced. So most Muslim women would not, even though they're Muslim, they would not be wearing the hijab if they were given the choice.
Yeah.
Even though they're Muslim, even if they believe in Islam. It is saying that's also why people bring up bad Muslims to defend the fact that Islam is not restrictive. Exactly.
Yeah.
Guys, why are you asking me questions that has nothing to do with this video? Can we stick on point? Stay on topic.
Thing. Now, even at the start,
let's see if she meant something else. Maybe she meant like most Muslims do not represent Islam. Maybe this second misconception was meant to say most Muslims do not represent Islam well. Maybe let's be charitable to her. Steelman her.
Out of this year, just like 10 months ago, I was wondering, what is a Muslim and what is Islam?
Oh my God, she actually means they think they literally are the same words. Told you, Deborah. That's what she thinks.
Told you, people don't know. Like you.
No, but she's that dumb. I'm telling you, even the dumbest people are not that dumb.
No, this kind of refreshes my view that most people are this dumb. Like they don't know anything about Islam, and you're not even allowed to dig into it. It's just
so before she became a Muslim, she was like, Islam, Muslim, what's the difference? Holy crap.
When I meet people and I bring up my thing a little bit, they know zero. Like I have to like bring up a huge education, and it's like I have to be careful who I talk to because I'm sitting there for a good hour. Like people are really don't know.
Let me see. Did she say what is an Islam? Is that what she said, Katie?
Muslims and Islam are the same thing. Now, even at the start of this year, just like 10 months ago, I was wondering, what is a Muslim and what is Islam?
Oh no, she said what is Islam. Okay. It's not that as bad, Katie. Okay. What is a Muslim and what is Islam?
And the difference is that Islam is the religion.
Oh my God.
And Muslims are the people that follow the religion.
She literally think, okay, lady, the misconceptions that you're addressing are not common misconceptions. Like there is not that 10 misconceptions about Islam. Let me make a video about that. Oh, here's
this
a common
should be called Islam for people who know zero. About like nothing. You've never heard of that word. Here you go.
But if you're making a video that says 10 misconceptions about Islam, I assume that you're talking about the common misconceptions. You're addressing that people that literally do not know that Muslims are the people and Islam is the religion. Is that okay, great, congratulations, lady. The four people on the planet who didn't know.
No, Armin, you're giving the planet credit. There's way less.
I'm exaggerating.
There's way more dummies. I'm
know I'm
sorry.
exaggerating, but come on, it's not a common misconception.
To
It's not.
dummies.
It is there are more than 4 people that think that. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but it's not a common misconception.
Yeah.
Islam and oh yeah, let me clarify this. Islam is the religion, Muslim are the people. Really, this is the misconceptions that you want to clarify in this video. This is not, no, it's not Islam for dummies. This is Islam for people with negative IQs, I think.
People who don't know the difference between a Muslim and Islam. Like,
right. Katie's saying this video has been made for the people who have been living under a rock for the past 1400 years. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of Islam. So the term Muslim is actually an Arabic word for submitter. So Muslims are submitters to God, to Allah.
Hey, finally some information.
Accurate.
Huh?
That was accurate.
That was accurate. We're getting something at least.
That's God in Arabic is Allah. So actually, even Christian Arabs still use the word Allah. That's another little 2.
Not all of them. I went to Christian churches that hate using the word Allah because they think that's become too Islamicized, and they say Rab. Arab Christians who say Rabbi, Rabbaka, like
Arab Christians hate Islam the most.
Oh my God, they hate Islam with passion.
Hard.
Some of them still refer to God as Allah, but I know some of them refuse to refer to God as Allah because they think that's Islam, and they're like, ew, Islam, no thank you.
1 misconception. There's a lot of people who think that the actual term Allah is just for Islam, and it's actually not. It's an Arabic word. So no matter what faith people are, if they speak Arabic, then they will use the term Allah.
Actually, that's kind of not true. This is what Muslims say because they have Islamic imperialism in mind. So other people are worshiping a different God, and they all of a sudden come take over and be like, yeah, every God is just our God, right? So this idea of like all the gods are Allah, oh, this is just like, oh, it's just like our word for Allah. It's not, it didn't really work like that. It's either people were worshiping their own gods before, and they were like, either your God is fake, or if it's not fake, it's our God. Like your God is our God, and is basically has been one God since Adam, and you have to accept that the God that you're worshiping was the God that our prophets since the beginning of time has been preaching. And if you don't accept that, and everything, by the way, so hey, Christians who were believing in God before we were even in religion, everything you know about your God, the God that you're worshiping, yeah, that's our God, and his name is Allah. It's not Jesus, and it's not Yahweh. And everything you think you know about your God is wrong. Somebody corrupted your books, and all your prophets were Muslims since the beginning, since day one, all the way back to Adam. And this is why, like, your gods are Allah. It's not like, hey, we just, you call him Yahweh, we call him Allah. It was no, like, it's not just like a semantic thing for the Islamic ideology. It's not like you call it Yahweh, we call it Allah, they call it Ahura Mazda, these people call it Krishna. It wasn't like that. It was either like, this is an idol and you need to die or submit to Islam, or okay, this is a real God, but everything you know about it is wrong, and your prophets were Muslim, and your religion was Islam from the beginning, and you just don't know it yet, and you just have to admit it, or there will be consequences. Right? Is that accurate? Yeah.
Because that means
so. It's not a semantic thing. This is basically the difference. The difference is. Hey, Deborah. So the difference is semantic or Muslim imperialism, Islamic imperialism. Okay, this is not semantics. This is Islamic imperialism.
God in Arabic. Now, the reason I'm talking about this point is because, again, going back to negative things people may have heard, You've really got to separate the two. So we cannot judge the religion of Islam by what Muslims do. And there's also something.
I agree with that. You cannot judge. Hold on, let me see.
Is because, again, going back to negative things people may have heard, you've really got to separate the two. So we cannot judge the religion of Islam by what Muslims do.
You know what's the difference between what she? Yeah, this is very accurate. Okay, this is very accurate. You know what's the difference between me saying this? Oh, Deborah's back. You know what's the difference between what somebody like me saying this and somebody like her saying this? So me and her agree. You cannot judge Islam by how Muslims act. The difference between somebody like me saying this and a Muslim apologist saying this is that I think Muslims are better than Islam. They think Islam is better than Muslims. So when a Muslim tells you not to judge Islam by what Muslims do, is because they think Muslims are vile and disgusting and they do all sorts of corrupt things, and that does not reflect Islam. Okay, and I give Muslims a lot more credit. I tell them, no, why are you being so anti-Muslim? Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
All good.
Why are you being so anti-Muslim?
Me?
Muslim? No,
Oh.
Deborah, cut it out. You're ruining.
Sorry.
I'm giving a good speech. You're ruining my good speech.
Oh my
okay.
God.
No, so here, let me tell you what I'm saying. What I'm saying is these people are saying Muslims and Islam are not the same thing, and you shouldn't judge Islam by the actions of Muslims, okay? And the reason why they say that is because they think Islam is perfect and Muslims are horrible and they do horrible things. What I say is the opposite. I say most Muslims are great people. The vast majority of Muslims are great people. Islam is a horrible and violent religion, and most Muslims are better than Islam. So it's the exact opposite. Muslims try to throw, a lot of Muslim apologists, they try to throw the Muslims under the bus to defend Islam, right? They're like, oh no, this is not Islam, this is Muslims. And I'm like, the vast majority of Muslims are great. Islam is pure evil. Islam is pure evil.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, that's like the way I used to look at it, right? Islam is perfect, Muslims aren't. And now it's the opposite. Now I'm exposing how horrible Islam is and that Muslims are good.
Yeah, exactly.
For the most part.
Yeah, most Muslims are too good. Most Muslims are too good to follow Islam word by word.
And there's also something else, just quickly, is that some Muslims are not even practicing Muslims. Right. So I myself would say I am a practicing Muslim.
Oh my God,
she thinks she's not. She doesn't have the hijab on.
She's not a practicing Muslim. What the hell?
Have become Muslim to not be a practicing Muslim. That means that I pray 5 times a day. I'm going to fast when it comes around, and I'm trying to live my life according to the Quran and the hadiths and the examples that our Prophet, peace be upon him, left for us.
Maybe she just hasn't gotten to the hijab part of the hadith. Maybe she's like, I'm trying to live according to the Quran and the hadith. I mean, how could she say that and ignore the hijab part? The hijab part of the hadith is there.
Exactly.
Right? It's like there. It's like so obvious.
Yeah.
It's like, it's undeniable. Like, how could you be like, oh yeah, I'm a practicing Muslim and I'm trying to live my life. I mean, according to the hadith, like, well, lady, have you not seen the hadith that tells you that you have to wear the hijab?
Yeah, but the choice.
Yeah.
Sorry, the choice that we have about putting hijab on is not whether or not to put the hijab on, it's whether or not to obey God. That's
right.
What the choice is.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, a lot of Muslim women don't wear the hijab, but they're part of the non-practicing parts of the Muslim world. Yeah.
Born into the religion of Islam, just like Christianity, just like Hinduism, and they don't practice Islam, so we can't judge.
Wait, what? The Hindus and the Christians don't practice Islam? What happened? I missed that, but
it comes around, and I'm trying to live my life according to the Quran.
You're failing miserably.
The hadiths and the examples that our Prophet, peace be upon him, left for us. But there are other people who are born into the religion of Islam, just like Christianity, just like Hinduism, and they don't practice Islam. So we can't judge their behavior as the whole of the religion. The third misconception is that
Hossein is saying converts learn like an abridged version of Islam that usually is just based on the most peaceful Quran verses. Actually, I don't know, Hossein. Some of the converts scare the crap out of me. Some converts are like way too serious. I mean, here, Deborah was a convert. She was
because we're only reading the texts, so we have no culture to back up.
Right.
You need to fall back on. So we're just like, this is it. And then we're telling all the other Muslims, like, look, that's your culture. You're doing it wrong. So we're the ones that focus on the text only, and that leads you to being extremist, right?
Yes. So it works the other way around as well. Ronald is saying, you nailed it there, Armin. I'm highlighting this comment, even though I wasn't tagged, because it's a compliment. So I like those. So I highlight them. So proper
ego.
Yeah. So you nailed it here, Armin. Proper Muslims follow their views of life with the idea that Islam is perfect, and the fundamentalists follow a different version. Fundamentalists other way around. Cool.
Islam is for Arabs.
Okay, the third misconception. Hold on, look at this again.
Misconception is that Islam is for Arabs or Eastern countries.
Oh my God.
Who thinks that?
People that know zero about it. Like before I knew anything, that's what I didn't even know you could convert to Islam before I learned about it.
Really?
So, yeah. Oh, for frick's sakes.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, Marco, maybe it wasn't a good idea. Deborah, if you have to go take care of things, you could go. I could do this. Don't worry about it. Islam is for Arabs and Eastern countries. Who genuinely thinks that? Like, come on. I mean, I hang out with dumb people, and even they don't think that. Like, don't they see don't they know Islam, like Christianity, tries to convert people to their religion? Like, isn't that like, how could conversion be possible? Like, people know that people convert to Islam. And if you can convert to Islam, then you obviously know that it's not just for Arabs in Eastern countries. Like, is that something that people don't know? Am I really naive to think that this is not a common misconception? Let me see what you guys are saying in the live chat. Ronald saying, with that in mind, how can we address the bad things of Islam to good Muslims? Okay, that's a different video. Okay, I do that all. But maybe. God damn it, Ronald, that's a whole other live stream. Okay, let's focus on this video. Toro saying, LOL, if the Umayyads had their way, Spain would be Muslim country today. Yes. Well, no, not really. All of the planet would have been. Katie is saying, exceptions like herself think that. It seems she's basically addressing just the misconception. Yes, this is all projection. She was like a huge dummy about all of this. She's like, oh my God, I used to not know. I used to think Islam is just for Arabs. Everybody must have think this is a common misconception. Just because I was dumb enough to believe this must be a common misconception. Let me address that. Oh my, yeah, you're right. She thinks these are common misconceptions because she was, God, and this did she say that she believed these things like 10 months ago? So she went in 10 months. She went from thinking the word Islam and Muslim are like interchangeably can be used, and Islam is just for Arabs and Eastern countries. And she went from that 10 months ago to all of a sudden becoming a Muslim who thinks she's a practicing Muslim while not wearing the hijab. Yeah, this is not going to end well. I don't know. God damn it. Is she going to become like I don't know, Hindu 10 months from now or something? This lady is like trying out religions like it's like a fashion item. Hossein is saying it's hard to say. Some people have no idea what Islam is and think Sikhism is Hinduism, just weird Eastern stuff. Yeah, I know. Okay, I mean, people are this dumb to think Islam is for Arabs and Eastern countries only. But you cannot think that this is a common misconception. Maybe I just have too much to.
And it is not for white Western people like me.
Oh, it's the. Oh, lady, it's mostly. Okay, this is the number one thing Muslim men jack off to. Okay, converting a white woman to Islam and then marrying her. Okay, like half of your audience, half of your audience are Muslim men watching this video and then just jacking off thinking that you're one of their wives. Okay, they're just like watching it. You have no idea. Okay, that's half of your audience right there. Muslim men fantasizing about, oh my God, this white Muslim convert. This is what they dream about. I'm not even kidding. Maybe if she knew more, she would have converted. She wouldn't have converted. Yeah, probably. Deborah, are you okay?
Sorry.
It's okay. Do
I'm
you
not
need
gonna
to go?
stay- Yeah, I won't stay too much longer just because my son is
Okay.
now needing
It's
me more.
okay. I don't want you to feel bad,
yeah,
though.
So I had this same misconception. I used to tell all my Muslim friends that would surround me and be all excited about me converting. I would say, wow, I didn't even know like white people could convert to this. Like it was that ignorant. Like I had no
Okay.
clue.
So you're here to confirm that her that I was gonna come here and say no, the people are not this ignorant, and you're actually here to confirm that she's not wrong.
Confirming her. To me, it's like old school because that was 12 years ago or 14 years ago for me. But I mean, she gets married to some dude like I did, things will change. She won't be all excited like that anymore.
Oh, so by the way, you are a white woman who converted to Islam. Were you like in hot demand in the Muslim world, like Muslim, white Muslim convert?
Yeah, like when the first mosque that I went to pray to, the sister that I was with was like, okay, so just so you know, you're gonna have a bunch of people asking you if you're married. I'm like, why? We're like, because you're white and everybody wants you to marry their son. So it's so true. I didn't realize that. I was so like, I didn't
Maybe
know.
that's
And plus, I'm like wearing hijab and stuff. I'm thinking now I'm invisible, like no one's gonna see me. But it was like a totally different thing for me.
Okay, so if you're a white woman and you fantasize about hundreds of thousands of men fantasizing over you, then consider Islam, right?
Yeah, it's weird. Like you would think the opposite. Like
why?
That because you're now covering yourself up and becoming like invisible almost. Like you're becoming like the Virgin Mary in Christianity, where you're just a religious symbol, like a nun. And so you're not like sought after. So that's how I saw it. So I was so shocked when like I'd have like Arab guys winking at me and I'm wearing all black abaya and hijab and stuff. I'd be like, what is happening here? It's like so bizarre.
Oh my God, this whole conversation was worth you coming up. But yeah, I would, you know what? I wouldn't even be mad actually. This is the only conversion to Islam that I approve of. Okay. If you're a white woman and your kink is having a lot of men just like dying. I mean, actually, technically, any woman can do that. Never mind. No, but if you're like want to be like the center of attention for a lot of men, they're just dying to get your hand in marriage, and that's your kink. That's the only version of conversion in Islam that I'm not going to be mad about. Like if that's someone's kink, okay?
And at
like,
the end, I used to tell new converts that I would meet, I'd be like, look, you can go to the mosque and any guy that you're interested in, they're all fair game, even if they're married. So it was like, it's true because they can marry a second or third. So it was like you have,
okay, Katie is trying to defend this lady. She's like, let me try to defend her. She didn't put the word common in the title of her video, so it's not common misconception. Okay, fair point, but I mean, I'm going to make a video and saying 10 misconceptions about atheism, okay? And the first one is going to be like, atheists enjoy painting walls non-stop. That's a misconception, and it's not true. Second misconception about atheists. Atheists hate TV shows. They
No,
don't
you
watch
just have to
TV.
think of what the most religious person sees atheists as, and
No,
use
no,
those
no. Like
stupid
like Katie is saying
misconceptions.
that this lady is not talking about common misconceptions. So technically, her videos is not wrong, right? Like,
Okay.
okay, fine, but it's not. But it's not a very helpful video if you're not addressing the common misconceptions, okay? Because I'm pretty. Okay, I'm not even exaggerating. Okay, there was one guy said that atheists enjoy watching grass grow. Okay, they have no purpose in life, and all they do is they watch grass grow. Okay, and they count grass. Okay, so I could make a video saying misconceptions about atheists. Number one, atheists do not watch grass grow. Okay, I mean, would that be a helpful video? I don't know. Okay, so
You should make one.
I am gonna make one. Do that with misconceptions like atheists. No, but that's a common one. Atheists eating babies. That's like a popular one. Don't forget about our Lord Satan while addressing misconceptions. No, again, you guys not getting my point. Atheists worshiping babies, as dumb as that is, no, worshiping babies, no, worshiping Satan. that's what it should be. We don't worship babies, okay? But no, atheists worshiping Satan, that is not like a uncommon misconception. That's actually would make sense. we smell grass grow. Okay, I don't know
There
what's
you
happening.
go.
All right.
That is not true. Yes, Islam started in Arabia, it started in the Middle World, and then
The Middle World? Wait, is that like a Lord of the Ring?
Yeah, Middle Earth.
The Middle World? Is Middle World a thing? Middle World? A term coined evolution. Oh, right. Richard Dawkins. Okay, I've never heard of. I thought she's talking about Middle Earth. Middle World? She's okay.
Then it spread, and it did happen to spread to obviously those other Middle Eastern countries, Northern Africa. It did also make its way to Eastern countries like Malaysia and Indonesia. Indonesia has the most Muslims per country in the world.
Oh, okay.
I'm reading a really good book right now, and it's talking about the history of Islam. And I think a lot of people don't realize is that Spain has a huge Islamic history in there as well. So Islam did.
Does anybody not know that? Maybe I'm just ignorant of people's ignorance.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of people who don't know that Spain has
Yeah.
like a huge history of Islam?
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay.
People are that dumb. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Thank you for confirming this. Ed is saying, I didn't know in Europe it's very fringe, I think, but you do have less atheists in America. Yes, we do.
Come to Europe. The point that I'm trying to get
I'm glad that you're here, Deborah, to tell me how dumb people are.
to is that it is not just an Arab religion. It is not just an Eastern religion, an Asian religion, an African religion. Anyone can be Muslim. That's why I became a Muslim. And I think
that's the main problem with Islam, okay? We know this is why we have a problem with it. It wouldn't be as toxic and dangerous if it was just like, this is why ethnic bigotry, this is why the Yazidis from Germany, their ideology didn't their ideas didn't spread as wide because they were like not very, you couldn't convert to being a Yazidi.
It's quite confusing for maybe my family thought it was confusing when I said I'm a Muslim, because it's a very foreign religion to a lot of people in Western countries, and that's just the case. It is, but that does not mean that we cannot be Muslims. Another point on this is that not all Arabs are even Muslim. There are Arab.
Okay, Deborah, do people think all Arabs are Muslims? Is that a common misconception? I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Could be. Honestly, when I converted, my brothers were all mad and called every Muslim like Pakis. Sorry for the slur.
But that's not okay. But that's
another one thinking they're all Pakistani. So
okay, but Pakistanis are not Arab, so that disproves her point.
I know, but it's the same idea, though.
I mean, she's in the UK? Wouldn't a more common misconception in the UK be that Muslims are Pakistanis mostly? not Arabs? I mean, aren't most
Yeah.
Muslims in UK Pakistani?
Maybe that's where that comes from.
Yeah, but then why is she saying that
Yeah.
not all Arabs are Muslims? Who thinks all Arabs are Muslims? Do we have people who think all Arabs are Muslims? Is that a big thing? Jose is saying Muslims coming to Spain isn't extremely well known. I mean, most people in USA don't even know about Crusades. Jesus, man.
I find North America kind of, separated just, geopolitically.
Oh, actually thought that all Arabs are Muslims. So what if, like, okay, if Islam doesn't have anything to do with the wrongdoings of Muslim, it doesn't have anything to do with the good work done by Muslims too. As simple as that, according to her logic. Yeah, actually, good point.
Christians, that are Arab Jews. So the idea that
what the hell? Did you notice we didn't get a mention? Did you notice it? I'm triggered. Did you hear that? Why are you not? Has anybody out? Is it just me? Am I the only snowflake here who gets triggered every time something like this happens? Look at this. Okay, I'm not gonna say why I'm triggered. I'm hoping there are other people who get triggered with me as well. Okay, because I shouldn't be the only one that is sensitive about this. Listen to this one more time.
That's just the case. It is.
Listen.
But that does not mean that we cannot be Muslims. Another point on this is that not all Arabs are even Muslim.
Okay.
There are Arab Christians, there are Arab Jews.
Yes.
So the idea that
that's it. I am butthurt. I am butthurt. Do you guys see what was missing? I'm the only one. Nobody's saying this. Nobody is upset. Did I hear Arab? No, that's not why I'm butthurt. Arab Jew is a thing. Yeah, Arab Jew is a thing. That's not why I'm butthurt. I am triggered. No. Are you serious, you guys? There we go. Finally. There you go, skeptic. Yes.
Yeah, well, atheist's not a religion, so maybe she's just thinking about religion.
Wasn't listing religions. Look, did she say these are the religions of Arabs? Is she saying?
That does not mean that we cannot be Muslims. Another point is that not all Arabs are even Muslim.
No, she didn't. She wasn't listing.
We are
the fastest growing one. Arab atheists are the fastest growing.
Arab Christians, that are Arab Jews.
I mean, imagine talking about Arab Jews, which is not growing at all. In fact, they're so fringe. And then not mentioning the biggest shift in demographics right now, which is us, our people don't get a mention. This is why am I the only one that got triggered by this? You guys don't. Does that not make you upset, Deborah? That we always are left out of this conversation?
No, because she doesn't really know much at all, so it's not.
I'm triggered. I am a snowflake about this. I want representation. Like every time, like we don't get mentioned, even though, like, imagine talking about Arab Jews. Like, how big of a thing is Arab Jews? How big of a thing is that? Arab Jews. How many people are there? Like 1.5 person. Arab Jews as a whole is like less than 3,500. Oh no, like 30. No, sorry, 30. Yeah, like okay, it's just so small. It's like so tiny. Arab Jews. It's like it's not even. And then Arab atheists. Let's look at that. Arab atheists. Did we get the number? I can't get it. I don't know what the number is.
She's highlighting religions, Armin. Don't get all freaked out.
I am upset. I refuse to.
She doesn't want to promote atheism. She's trying to promote people converting to Islam. Right?
No, but we're in the millions, okay?
Yeah, I know.
We're here and we're growing fast. Our people are growing fast. With everything else she said, I have accepted that she's dumb, and even people with more sense than her don't mention atheists. Yes, you're right. Terrell saying most of them fled to Israel. Where's Hussein? Hussein said something. Hussein saying the sad thing is that if you tell this person the truth of Muhammad stoning people, killing apostles, and having sex with a 9-year-old, then that's some wild conspiracy. Yep. I mean, she
Yep.
talks about the hadith.
You're
That's
a
all in the
bigot,
hadith.
no.
She hasn't read it. Arabs share 15 to 30% of their DNA. I don't know if this is true, so I'm not gonna. Okay.
Idea that Islam is just
Guys, we need to be okay. This is something we need to get butthurt over. Okay, the fact that we're not like this is not ethnicity or stuff. This is people choosing to leave Islam in most hostile places to apostates, and they're not being counted. Okay, this is why I'm butthurt. Okay, these are people who are leaving Islam in the most hostile places on earth to apostates, and they're not being counted. If anybody is going to count them, it should be us. This is justified butthurt. If Arab atheists are not considered as a part of the demographic, this is not like ethnicity or religion, like or DNA talk. Okay, this is people choosing to make a decision to go against what is the norm because reason over feelings, against all odds. They have figured out that this is all nonsense. These people should be counted.
an Arab
Yeah, Soha agrees.
religion. It's also ridiculous because not even all Arabs are Muslim. The fourth misconception is that
they're atheists too.
Islam is forced upon people.
Ooh, Deborah, this is the big one.
Yeah.
This is the big one. Should we bring up some hadith on this or no?
Oh, I want to hear what she says first.
Okay, let's see what she says, because this is like I'm pretty sure this is her misconception.
Which is definitely not the case. I can confirm
Yeah,
as a
because
revert.
he wasn't forced, so therefore.
Are you serious? Is that her argument? Islam is not forced because she wasn't forced?
No, this is my guess.
No, but I think you're right, because when you were saying, she was making that argument while you were saying that. Listen.
Is that Islam is forced upon people, which is definitely not the case. I can confirm as a revert Muslim that I was not forced into Islam.
You predicted this while you were saying, you were guessing her argument right when she made that argument.
That's how simple she is. I'm telling you. You got to think of this dummy mindset where you know zero about Islam. It's like, see, look, nobody forced me. I did some research and I chose it.
Okay, so if we want to use that line of argument, then if she wasn't forced to Islam, so therefore Islam is not forced, then could we make that argument about every terrorist that we see? Oh, yeah. Look, there's a Muslim who's a terrorist. Therefore, your argument is invalid. Islam is terrorism. Like, is that how it works? Like, you want to use anecdotes? Are we using anecdotal evidence? Oh, look, I wasn't forced. They're proof. Done. Argument finished. You guys... Islam confirmed. Islam not forced. Jesus.
At all. So hopefully that's one good example. The second good example is that, like I said,
she has more. What's the second one? Do you want to guess the second one?
Islam spread. And if Islam was forced on people, then countries would be 100% majority Muslim.
What?
That's a really dumb argument.
I don't even understand what the argument is.
If it was forced, then they would be Muslim majority countries.
Wow. Because like if just because you're forced, that doesn't mean you're going to be 100% success rate. Just because you can try to force a religion on people and fail. That's what the hell? So Islam is not forced on people because 100% of people are not Muslim? So you think if Islam decided that it's going to force it on people, it's just going to be like, it's just going to have 100% success rate because it's just like, because there's not going to be any resistance. Be like, hey, we're going to force it on people. And people are like, okay, I guess we have no choice.
That's such a crazy stupid argument.
That's such a dumb argument. This lady is so dumb.
You can confirm as a revert Muslim that I
is
was
that
not
what? Maybe we didn't understand her point. She can't be that dumb. Nobody's that dumb. Hold on.
Into Islam at all. So hopefully that's one good example. The second good example is that, like I said, Islam spread. And if Islam was forced on people, then countries would be 100% majority Muslim.
What?
A good example of this is India. There are a lot of Muslims in India.
Are you seriously going to
Why
use
are you
India
using
as an example?
India?
Are you seriously going to use India as an example for Islam not being forced? This is the worst example. Lady, they have mountains named after Hindus who were killed. Okay? They killed so many Hindus that they named mountains after the killing of the Hindus. Like, she's going to bring up the worst example. Are you seriously going to use India as an example for Islam not being forced? Holy crap. This is I thought she's going to be like, for example, I thought like she's going to say Indonesia. Okay. I would be like, okay, she's going to like bring an example of a country where Islam was not
No,
forced.
somebody said in the live chat, yeah, she met an Indian and that's who introduced her to Islam. That's why she's using India as an example, for sure.
No, but seriously, like from all the examples that she could bring up for Islam not being forced, she picked the worst country. The worst country. The number one people who were killed by Muslim who Islam was forced on them were Hindus. Okay? Like I honestly, I genuinely thought that she's gonna bring Indonesia as an example. Because that would be legit like a country that turned Muslim not by force, right? She's going to be like, look, because Islam came to Indonesia not by force. It came through the spice trade or whatever, right? But she's picking the worst country. Guys, how many Hindus were killed by Muslims? Holy crap, this could not get any more ironically stupid. This is so wrong. Like, I'm actually genuinely butthurt over this example. The fact that she's using India as an example is genuinely like I'm not even laughing right now. I'm actually, guys, I'm angry on behalf of Hindu. I'm joining Hindutva tomorrow. I'm joining Hindutva tomorrow because of this lady. That's how butthurt I am right now. Okay, I'm bringing. Okay, Hindutva, hold it. Where's my Hindutva following? I get you. I understand you now. Okay, this woman is making me join you. Okay, BJP all the way. Holy crap! What the hell?
Then countries would be 100% majority Muslim. A good example of this is India. There are a lot of Muslims in India. It has the second most highest amount of Muslims in the country, even though they only represent about 15% of the country. Now, if people were forced into Islam in the past, then that percentage would be much higher.
Oh my God.
Where does she get this data from that she's like, if it had been forced, then there would be higher? What?
Oh my God. Millions of Hindus were killed in the name of Islam. Millions, higher than any other group of people. Nobody has paid a higher price in blood to Islam except Muslims. After Muslims, it's the Hindus.
Yeah.
After Muslims themselves, the number one people that paid the price for Islam in blood were the Hindus. And this lady thinks none of it was forced because they failed to make India all Muslim.
Yeah.
Do we even need to address how fucking moronic this is? Isn't it not in the tens of millions? How many Hindus? Guys, where the Hindu, like, I am sorry to any Hindu followings that we have. 80 million Hindus were killed.
This is a great example, though, of how people see what's happening out there. Like, she is quite representative of people that have zero idea of what's happening and what Islam does or is or has done. This is why I'm speaking out, because of this kind of crap that leads us to join this freaking religion. Like, when you have no idea and you think, look, it's so peaceful, because like nobody's forcing anyone in these countries, because there's lots of religions in India, for example, and they're all living together. Like, clearly she's never been there or knows any history, but I didn't know either. Like, I was just as dumb as she is.
Turel is saying this is what I was saying. I think a lot of Muslims have no clue about Islam being spread violently by the sword, whether it be regarding Spain or India.
Yeah.
Guys, you know, like when we say, remember the big H, the hala, right? The hala.
Big H is enough. We know what that is.
Yeah. So that thing, like 6 million Jews were killed, and then 9 million people as a whole, including the gays and the gypsies and the handicapped people and the homosexuals, right? And we say never forget, okay? And rightfully so. We should never forget. We should learn from history. But why do people? It's so easy to forget the Indians that paid the price in blood to Islam. Why everybody's like, oh yeah, okay, don't forget the 9 million, and we shouldn't, but forget the 80 million. Bulbul is saying, to be fair, not all Muslims in India were forced into it either. Several converted willingly because of the caste system, etc. But yeah, it was obviously forced to. Yeah, obviously there are many people, even at the very beginning, where Islam was dominating by force, there are people who converted willingly, okay? But obviously the people who are converting to it willingly doesn't deny the fact that Islam was dominating in a lot of countries by force. Even at the very beginning, okay, when Islam was like going over Jerusalem, took over Jerusalem and took some captured the Persian Empire, there are some people that looked at it and they're like, you know, they were trying to convert to Islam, even though there was not a push for converting people to Islam, because converting to Islam meant that you don't pay the higher tax, right? But there are people that wanted to willingly convert to Islam because of the higher status, the better connections, the lowering of their tax. So not everybody who converted to Islam was doing that with the threat of the blade on their neck. But to use those as examples for saying Islam was not forced, that is ludicrous, especially if you're using India as an example. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. There are many people in India who converted to Islam willingly. But Islam wouldn't even be introduced to India if it didn't come there by force to begin with. So the many people in India who eventually at some point they're like, hey, this Islam thing, I'm going to give it a try. The vast majority of them wouldn't even consider it if this was not forced on the subcontinent originally. Does that make sense?
People were not forced into Islam. It was a choice and it still is. Number 5, something, I don't know, a little bit more lighthearted.
There's an idiot in the live chat that's saying Islam was not done by force. So to that idiot, I have to bring some. Hold on. Some idiot. Hold on. Quran 10. Let me bring you some beautiful Quranic verses.
That was always a big argument, man.
Which one?
Whether Islam was spread by the sword or not. Like amongst like the other sisters in my Halakha group and stuff.
What did they say? What did your sisters say?
Some people were vehemently saying no, it was not. It was a peaceful religion. And some were like, yes, it was. And it's part of the religion. We just accept that. And that's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly know Muslims who are proudly saying, yes, it was by force.
No, because we got to try to keep it looking good, right? So we don't say such things.
Hold on, is this the Quran? Oh yeah, I think this is the one that people used to say it wasn't done by force. God saying that let people believe what they want, because if they want to if they are, I make the decision. Whoever I want to believe, I make them believe. Whoever I don't want to make them believe, you can't compel them to believe. Okay, like God already made that decision, right? So
No
and they're gonna
compulsion.
there's no compulsion, right? So this is the verse that people use, right? Okay, and is this a Mecca verse or a Medini verse? This is like a Medini one. It's 10. Okay, so and had your Lord willed, those on earth would have believed all of them entirely. Then, O Muhammad, would you compel the people in order they become believers? Okay, so this is a famous one that is used to say, like, look, Islam is not force. Okay, but then you go look at something like this one. So this one says, fight against those who do not believe in Allah or in the last day, and who do not consider unlawful what Allah and His messengers have made unlawful, and who do not adopt the religion of truth, which is Islam, from those who were given the scripture, which is the Quran. Fight until they give jizya, so this is the tax that non-Muslims have to pay, willingly while they are humbled. So technically, they don't have to convert to Islam, according to the first verse that I showed you. But that you still have to fight them, right? So you have to fight them, and to people who say, "Oh no, I mean this was for specific people at a specific time." The Quran is like, no, this is the last day. The last day, capital L, capital D. Deborah, what does this mean? Yomul Akhar,
Yeah.
right? What does this mean? Last
That's
day,
the day of judgment.
the day of judgment, basically till the end of time,
Yep.
right? So when you say to the end of time, this verse specifically is telling you. So the Muslims who say, like, oh no, Armin, these verses are for that specific war that Muhammad was in, and the people who were not Muslim, they were telling you that, they were against Muhammad, and he was basically, this was for that specific situation at that specific time. No, Allah is telling you to fight them. I fight those who not believe in Allah, not at the specific time, at the specific place, till the last day, till the
Well,
day
this
of
is
judgment.
only the way I was taught. You can only implement this if you have an Islamic state already. So you can't just, Muslims can't willy-nilly go out and do this stuff. You need to have the state behind you, and then you have like foreign policy, and
but that's
this is their foreign policy, basically, right there.
Yeah, like an Islamic state, like the Mughal Empire.
Yeah.
But that justifies them doing their killing of non-Muslims, right? So it doesn't justify somebody living in London to go out and fight non-Muslims,
right? Just like a random person.
But this justifies what the Mughal Empire did to the Hindus in India, right? Torella saying another problem is that Islam emphasizes the example of the Prophet, which the Rashidun and the Umayyad followed to the point by invading both the West and India. Yeah, I mean, the Rashidun could be making mistakes and stuff, so I don't use their example. But yeah, the Prophet himself, yeah, definitely, especially for Sahih hadith and all. And Muhammad showed this in his life before he died, going to a Jewish city and applying jizya. Yes, jizya, guys. This jizya thing is basically an extra tax that non-Muslims have to pay, and they have to. There's hadith that says that they have to be humiliated while they pay this as well. Yeah. All right, so let's go back to the video.
Or maybe more random than you might expect is that misconception that Muslims don't like dogs. Or
oh my God, is it Muslim
misconception?
That is not a misconception. A lot of Muslims are terrified of like even being close to dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, but and also the ones who do, it's not okay. But then okay, first of all, many Muslims don't. Okay, so if we're saying that she is not okay, so we have to be fair, okay? Because you guys are saying that Armin, she didn't say common misconceptions. So if she didn't put common misconception, she didn't mean common misconception. Or when she said that Armin, she didn't say that everybody, that most people think Muslims are terrorists. She just said it's a misconception, okay? So if she didn't say it, she doesn't mean it, okay? So if she doesn't say it, she doesn't mean it. Therefore, let's be consistent. In this misconception, she's saying Muslims don't like dogs. So she's not saying not. She's not saying all Muslims don't like dogs. She's saying it's a misconception that Muslims don't like dogs. That is not a misconception. A lot of Muslims don't like dogs specifically because of Islam. That is not a misconception. That is a true statement. That is a true statement. Should I bring you videos of Muslims? Like, I don't know. Do you want to see videos of this? I could show you of Muslim. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I could find you guys a video. Dog Iran Park. Is that it? Is that what I? Dog Iran Park. Iran. Okay, so it's not bringing what I want to see. But basically, the video I'm trying to look for is these people that in Iran who have dogs, and you have average Muslims showing up and getting angry because this is haram. You shouldn't have a dog. It's najis. It is Islamically unpure. This is like, okay. So there's a lot of hadith. Wait, let me bring up some anti-dog hadith. Hold on.
I have a friend a convert who was living in Kuwait for a year, and she witnessed a bunch of kids killing a bunch of puppies, and she rescued 2 of them. One died, and she brought one back here to Canada. But she said that was common. She felt devastated. She had to,
Yeah, actually, since I can't find you the video, I'll show you some hadiths. Guys, by the way, we should play this dog angle a lot because people love dogs, right?
Yeah.
So we have to tell people guys, it's Islam or dogs. It's Islam versus dog. Make your choice.
One of the schools of thought allow you to have a dog though, and
for hunting.
It's like one, I think Hanafi. I think.
No, for hunting. You can't bring it. You can't bring it to home.
I had a friend who literally had a dog in the house, and she was standing right by this one school of thought that allowed it. It was like
but I have
it wasn't popular, but she was constantly having to bring it up and prove it to everybody.
Oh really? Okay, but I have hadith for you guys that says the opposite. I have Sahih hadith.
There's lots against it, 100%.
Just have to find it. Hold on.
But yeah, I don't know if I told you about how I had to have a bag of gravel in my laundry room because my ex, if a dog just touched his pant leg somewhere, he would make me wash it with dirt the way the Prophet
I found
makes
some
you.
juicy ones. I found some juicy ones, okay? Let's look at this one, okay? So this is the angel Gabriel or Jabrail in Arabic, right? This angel is telling you, wait, which hadith is this? Guys, this is Sahih Muslim, okay? This is authentic Islam. It doesn't get more Islamic than this, okay? This is Islamic, this is Sunni Islamic canon, okay? So this is when it was evening, Gabriel, the angel, met him. I think him is the prophet here. And he said to him, you promised me that you would meet me the previous night. I think this is Muhammad telling the angel Gabriel yo, Gabriel, you told me you're gonna come here last night. Why didn't you come up? And Gabriel's telling, okay. He said, yes, but we do not enter a house in which there is a dog or a picture. Then on that very morning, he commanded the killing of the dogs until he announced that the dog kept for the what is this?
Orchards
should also be killed, but he spared the dog meant for the protection of extensive field or big gardens. All right, so Gabriel was telling Muhammad that yo, I can't. Muhammad was telling the angel, we had a meeting and you were a no-show. You didn't show up. You said you're gonna come meet me at this time, at this place, and you didn't show up. What the hell, man? What the hell, man? I'm the prophet. You're an angel. I did my job. You didn't show up. What's up? And Gabriel was like, dude, you had a dog in the house. I can't. I'm an angel. I do not enter houses that have dogs in their house, right?
Or pictures.
Or pictures. So Muhammad is like, okay. I have a solution. They're like, what's the solution? Are you gonna give the dogs for adoption? Like, nope. I'm just gonna kill all the dogs.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna kill all the dogs.
Kill them all.
And like, just kill the dogs. Just one dog. Just not this big ass dog. It's this one. He protects the field. Maybe we need that one. The rest of them kill him. That was the solution.
Yep.
You're like, my angel meeting is the dogs conflict mess up with my angel meetings, so kill the dogs.
Yeah.
Wait, there was another hadith. Hold on. This is Muslim as well. 162893. 1628. Guys, the people in the live chat, they were saying, Armin, you don't understand Islam. Now I'm showing you hadith like in real time. I'm bringing hadith and showing it. This is sahih. This is authentic hadith. Okay, I'm using Islamic sources to show. Like, these people have nothing, right? They're I'm embarrassing them right now, and they're like, oof. They're like, they're gonna come and like, Armin, you're like the people. This guy thinks he's like, his real name is Dave in the live chat. He thinks we believe that. Yeah, he comes there like, Armin, you're an idiot, and like, you don't know anything about Islam. And then now I'm showing you hadith. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know these people actually gonna look up real hadith. Oh my god, how embarrassing to me and my religion. Man, it's hard. It's hard to be you guys, right? Imagine having to, guys. Isn't it great that we don't have to defend a pathetic religion like Islam? Imagine that we had to do that. Oof. I'm glad I'm not you guys. I'm glad I'm not. I don't have to defend what you guys have to defend. Imagine how dishonest I would have to be to make Islam look good. How pathetic do you have to be to actually defend Islam as a religion? Wow, you guys, I do not envy you. 2893. Where is this? Why can't I find the second one? 2893. Is this the one? Sahih Muslim 2893. It had a dog in it. Is this hold on. Were dogs not species of creatures? I should command them.
Oh, Susanna's here. Hey.
Oh, hey, Susie, our saint. Hey, Susanna, let us know in the live chat if you want to join.
Yeah, join in.
Join in, yeah.
Leave.
28. Is this one 28? 2839. That's why I'm getting it wrong. This one is, guys. This one is like really juicy, really bad, really bad. You thought the first one was bad.
What about the hadith that there was like a prostitute that like fed a dog out of her shoe, gave him some water, and the prophet said that she'll go to heaven?
There was a prostitute that fed a dog out of her shoe?
Yeah, she was at a well and she took water in her shoe and gave the dog some water. And then the prophet says she'll go to heaven.
That sounds like so many kinks combined in one story.
Right away, your head's in the gutter. Oh my God. But yeah, that's the hadith we would bring up to defend the dog mistreatment, that Muslims aren't supposed to mistreat dogs. That was my apologetics for that.
There was one that was talking about like killing dogs, the black dogs. I can't find that.
Yeah,
one.
Black dogs are like jinns or something like that.
Yeah, I know there are hadiths that like there's some hadiths that say like kill dogs, and the other hadiths are like, no, don't kill all the dogs, just kill the black ones. I can't find the black one.
My man is in the chat.
Who?
Says JJ. Just so you know, I'm outing you.
Wait, really? Your ex?
No, my current.
Oh, really? Oh, hi. Wait, does he want to come up?
Oh, I don't know if he wants to go on the thing, but
Did Susanna say she wants to come up?
oh, Susanna. Now I'm embarrassed.
Oh, that's cute. You guys are cute.
You're
Okay,
cute.
I'm gonna search for this hadith by Hill. Hold on, I'm gonna find this one. I really want to find this one because I promised to embarrass Islam. I'm gonna find, guys. If you guys can find me this hadith in the live chat, let me know. I really want to show you. This one is really black, really bad, really black. It's here. Ooh, found it. Oh, here. Found it. Look at this. This is a short one, okay? This is a short one, and this by itself should be really, really embarrassing to Islam.
Kill
Look at
every
this.
pure black dog.
The Prophet sallallahu alaihi said, "Were dogs not a species of creatures, I should command that they all be killed." So he's like, at first he's like, "Oh, I wish I want to kill them, dogs, man, but I can't." Like, if they were not species of creature, I would have commanded them to be killed. But I guess they're animals, and we shouldn't be killing living things. So I'm not gonna. No, but do the black ones though. But every pure black would kill them. Okay. So even when he, oh God, this is so bad, right? So at first he was like, I want to kill him. I really, really want to kill him. But I can't because they're like living beings and all. So I guess not. But then he was like, okay, but the black ones, but the black. Come on, we cannot let the black ones get. We cannot let the black ones get away. Oh my God, I said black so many. YouTube, we're not talking about people, okay? This is not a racist. We're talking about dogs.
I think I'm going to get a pure black dog now. I think I need.
Yeah. One. Okay. Oh my God, I said so many words that lie next to each other. YouTube is definitely going to think this is like some racist shit happening here right now.
Yeah. Every time we quote the Quran and Hadith, it's like really racist, isn't that a?
No, but look at this. Oh my God, we're gonna get oh my God, I think like we're gonna get destroyed because I'm saying like kill and then pure and then black, and YouTube is gonna think like something really shady. YouTube is gonna think something really shady is happening right now. God damn, YouTube, please pay attention. We're just reviewing
reading scripture.
We're reading scripture and we're denouncing it. Okay,
yeah.
YouTube gods. We're not. This has nothing. We're not even talking about racism right now. Okay, we're not. Now I said racism. God damn it! I made it worse. Yes, stop saying that. Yes, guys, we should.
Black dogs matter. Hashtag black dogs.
Hashtag black dogs matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. This should be a T-shirt.
Yeah, I'll get that T-shirt.
I said it should at the top say black. The Prophet hates black dogs, and then put a cute picture of a black dog, and then write it under it. Hashtag Black Dogs Matter. Or I could make a T-shirt saying Islam or dogs. Choose. I don't know. There needs to be a T. Guys, we need to use dogs as a way to fight Islam. I'm telling you, people love dogs. People love dogs. So if we could use this as a way to be like, look, Islam is anti-dog. Like, this would be the end of Islam. Okay? We could tell people like, hey, look, guys, Islam is anti-woman. And people are like, yeah, okay. And we're like, hey, look, guys, Islam is anti-gay. Like, people are like, okay, yeah, that's bad. Like, guys, Islam is anti-trans. Like, oh, wow, that's horrible. Well, guys, look, Islam, okay, is anti-peace. Guys, Islam is anti-skepticism, secularism. Islam is anti-blasphemy, free speech, apostasy. Like, oh my God, yeah, right. All of that is bad. Guys, Islam is pro-slavery. Like, people are like, yeah, that's also bad. But now, like, Now we have the trump card. Now we can win, because all of that people are like, yeah,
Nobody cares about marital rape and all that stuff.
yeah,
but the
people are
dogs,
like, but now we say that, guys, finally we have something that we're gonna get your attention. Islam is anti-dog.
yeah.
Cancel Islam is gonna be trending hashtag. I'm telling you, cancel. This is our trump card right here. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. This is how we win. This is how we win. Nobody cares about women. Nobody cares about gay people or trans people or slaves. But if you come after their dogs, man, I'm telling you, this is going to create a global revolution against Islam, if we could highlight this. As a Muslim, the pet dog in the cave story made me not believe these hadiths. Oh, yeah. That was not a pet dog, by the way. Was it a pet dog? Dogs are ace? Ace, yeah, ace card. Exactly. Don't touch
Check your
them.
Twitch messages. Suha keeps telling you.
Oh, Suha. Where's Suha? Suha.
You're ignoring her many messages.
I'm sorry, Suha. Never ignore Suha.
I know.
Where is it?
Suha's the backbone of this
Live
chat. No, check the Twitch messages, she says.
I'm not seeing it. What the hell?
I'm
sorry, Suha. Suha is trying to help me and I'm like ignoring her. I'm sorry, Suha. Okay. Yeah, that was a pet dog, Armin. He even had the name. Okay, but remember that the whole cave story happened before Muhammad, right? The whole cave story, Islam was not complete as a religion back then.
So that's not a valid argument.
Why is that not a valid argument?
Because this is before
Muhammad. Before Muhammad. Yes.
That they were filth or whatever.
Yeah, this is Muhammad was saying this many years after that case story allegedly happened. Dogs are men's best friend. The enemies of my friend are my enemy. Islam is the enemy of dog. Therefore, based on proposition 1, 2, and 3, Islam is man's greatest enemy. There we go. Done. Let's make that a video. Make that a t-shirt. We found Islam's Achilles heel. Yeah. Guys, so I'm going to just do this one misconception. There's 10 misconceptions, and we did 2 hours of this video, and we're only halfway through. So I'm going to do the next 5 later.
Well, if you are,
but let me finish this number 5 to see what she's actually saying. After we saw the after we saw the hadith of it's not just that the Islam is anti-dog. Islam is like, yeah, I'll kill the dogs. Okay, it's not like, hey, dogs are bad. Maybe don't get a dog. It's like Muhammad was like, yeah, kill every single dog except that big one who's guarding the field. That's what the hadiths say, okay? So that's how anti-dog Islam is.
If you're a Muslim, you cannot have a dog. Now, honestly, as someone who was learning about Islam earlier this year, because I'd heard that Muslims don't like dogs. I'd heard that, especially in certain countries like Indonesia, the reason that area doesn't have dogs, like the Gili Islands that I was living on this year, is because Muslims don't like dogs. And I remember thinking, like, I really can't commit to a religion that doesn't like a dog. I'm going to insert a picture of my dog here because I love him so much. Now,
it's najis.
Thing I do know is that
it's najis. According to Islam, it's najis.
No,
if you pet that
loophole, I'm telling you.
Everything in your house is haram if this dog touches it. Do you understand that? Like everything you're eating is najis, is impure because
her prayers won't be accepted if there's dog saliva anywhere around her prayer area.
If you pet your dog and go pray, that prayer is not accepted. You just missed the prayer.
Yep.
Yeah, if you touch your dog and then touch a Quran after, oh my God, imagine that, Deborah. Imagine making the Quran najis.
Filth.
Oof, that's filth. You got filth on your Quran. How could you not know this? And she's like, oh, I follow the hadith. I showed you the hadith.
Peace be upon him.
Peace be upon the person that says this. Okay, like, oh, Muhammad, peace be upon him. The same guy that was said, like, yeah, kill these dogs. Yeah, this guy, if the Prophet was around, he was like, yeah, kill them. Kill them. Kill it. Kill it. Yeah. That's what your Prophet says. And you're like, yeah, peace be upon him. You're like, look at my dog, it's cute. Your Prophet would want to kill that.
Now, one thing I do know is that our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to care for animals a lot.
I was saying it's like she's a great Muslim, lol. A pet dog, no hijab. I love it. Purely Muslim.
There is a story about him getting water from a well for a dog that needed water. And so definitely Islam does not like animals. Like, it is very, very much in the religion that Muslims must look after animals, which I think actually probably surprises some people. It definitely surprised me because
Yeah, look after animals, especially that one in the field, but kill the rest of them.
Have not always seen that kind of behavior around the world. And again, this is why I'm making this video. These are misconceptions that I've picked up from travels and my life. I also think it's a big culture thing. In places like Indonesia, they say that the dogs will stop the angels coming.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's not a culture thing. Imagine thinking it's a culture thing. Where did Indonesia, look at this. This is Islamic hadith coming out of Arabia, and Indonesia is all the way over there, all the way away from Saudi Arabia, all the way from ancient Arabia, all the way over there. And she's like, I think it's a cultural thing. The Indonesians think that if you have a dog in your house, angels are not going to make it in. It's like, it's a cultural thing specifically to Indonesia. Oh yeah, but we have a hadith here, just showing you here, coming out of Arabia, coming out of Islamic scripture, telling you exactly that Muhammad killed the dogs because an angel wouldn't enter his house because he had dogs in the house. This is a very interesting coincidence there, bro. Indonesian culture that has nothing to do with Islam and had nothing to do with Arab religion, the religion that came out of Arabia, happens to coincide so perfectly with Islamic scripture. This was like native Indonesians, like the ancient people who lived like pre-Islam period in Indonesia, before the Islam came there. They somehow had this thing in their culture about angels not entering their house if they have a dog. It's just like such a part of their culture. Nothing with Islam. Isn't it such a great coincidence that this has so similar to Islamic hadith, even though it's not Islam? This is purely culture.
Oh, yeah, it's just their culture, just Indonesian culture. No
Indonesian
other culture.
culture. Wow, such an amazing coincidence
dogs
with this hadith, with this Arabic hadith that had nothing to do with Indonesia. Just independently are separate. They are so similar to each other. Isn't that amazing? Oh wait, Soha is sending me a link again. What is this link that Soha is sending me? Quran misconceptions address. Black dog is the devil. Okay, this black dog is the devil thing. Okay, this is a big article, Soha. I'm not going to be able to go through that, but thank you. I'll look at it later, okay? Maybe I'll do Soha, I'm going to do a live stream on just dogs in Islam, and I'll use the sources that you sent me.
But other Muslims probably listening to this right now will say, what? I've never heard that before.
Bibi Abi, you can find her video here. This is the name of the video. It's called 10 Misconceptions About Islam from a Revert Muslim, and the channel is called The Wandering Queen.
So I also question that it's cultural, and I don't know if this is true. This is personally my.
Look at this. Imagine acting like you follow Islamic hadith and not making a video about misconceptions about Islam, but doing zero research. Guys, the hadith that I'm showing you right now, I didn't even know this. Like, I just did a Google. I just went into Islamic sources and I just found it in real time. You saw how like the research that she needs to do to know these things is like less than half a minute. I'm telling you. You could do half a minute worth of research and she would know that what she's telling you right now is pure bullshit. That's how much research she needs to do. And she decided to make a video about misconceptions in Islam. And she's like, I don't know. I just heard this and my friend told me. I don't know. Like, as my understanding, I'm going to make a video educating you about misconceptions about Islam. And I'm showing that you could do half a minute research and finding Islamic hadith that contradicts everything that she's telling you. God damn it, man. What is this? Somebody's sending me a hadith in the live chat. You guys want me to look at Bukhari 3143? Guys, imagine backing a religion that is anti-dog. Like imagine having to defend that religion.
No, but they always throw that one hadith that she mentioned about like feeding the dog. That's all we say. It's like, but look at how merciful.
Yes.
Like,
okay. So actually, fine. Look at this. So they're like, we have a hadith. Look here, we have hadith. Okay. There was a dog moving around a well whom thirst would have killed. Suddenly, a prostitute from the prostitutes? Is that actually a prostitute from the prostitutes? Okay. Of Bani Israel. Oh, she was a Jew. Happened to see it, and she drew water in her shoe and made a drink, and she was pardoned because of this. Okay. So, okay. So look at this. We're showing you this. This is all you got. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So if you want to address, again, same source, sunnah.com, Islamic hadith, boom. Okay. So this is what actually fair. Fair game. Okay. We have a hadith that says a prostitute gave water to a thirsty dog, and that's what your prostitute did. Okay. And the Prophet of Islam said, kill the black dogs. Okay, if this is fair game to show as how great Islam is, then why is this hadith not fair game for us to show? And if you want to focus on Sahih Muslim, because this one is Sahih Muslim, then fine, Sahih Muslim it is. Killing dogs left and right. Okay, so people are like, oh, out of context, Armin, you're cherry picking. No, we're not cherry picking. There's a prostitute that gave water to a thirsty dog. And the Prophet told also that is true. And the Prophet also told you to kill the dogs. This is both Islam. If this is Islam, this is also Islam. If this is Islam, this is also Islam.
Yep.
Yeah, Bani Israel prostitute is better than Muhammad. This is what Islam is teaching you. That a Bani Israel, a Jewish prostitute, is far better than your fucking prophet. So praise be to Bani Israel prostitutes and fuck Muhammad. How about that? Fair game. Let's just use Islamic hadith as our source.
Yep.
Praise be to the Bani Israeli prostitute, to the Jewish prostitute, and fuck the Prophet. Fuck Muhammad. How about that? Using Islamic sources, that's what we're going to say. It sounds like a very kind sex worker. She was compassionate towards another sentient being, which is more than we can say about Islam. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I also question that it's cultural. And I don't know if this is true. This is personally my opinion, is that I'm pretty sure that the dogs of Arabia 1400 years ago were very, very different from our domesticated dogs right now.
Whoa, she's excusing dog killing. She's excusing it. She kind of knows. Okay, wait a second, lady. You just said that this is not Islam and this has nothing to do with the Arabic scripture. So you're like, hey, no, this is Indonesian scripture, culture. But then you're also saying, but the dogs in Arabia back then were different. Wait a minute. If you're saying this has nothing to do with what came out of Arabia, then why are you all of a sudden making excuses? It seems like I thought she was dumb. She's just beyond dumb. She's being dishonest with us. She's lying to us because she knows there's something in Islam that is anti-dog. Did you catch that?
Well, she just said it's her own thought or opinion about it. So
no. I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. Because she was trying to separate the anti-dog attitudes from Islam.
Right.
But she knows that that's not true. So she's trying to excuse it a little bit right now.
Mhm.
She was trying to say that was Indonesian culture. But the only reason why she's now saying, listen, the dogs back then were different, is the only reason why she would say this is because she must know that there is something in Islam that is anti-dog. Or else she wouldn't. She just, I honestly think she's worse than being dumb right now because of what she's saying that. She's lying to us. She's looking at you and lying. She's trying to separate the dog hatred from Islam. And all of a sudden she proved how dishonest she's being by trying to make excuses for it as well.
Yeah.
And also, yes, Terrell, bull fucking shit. Dogs started being domesticated more than 10,000 years ago.
Yeah,
in
they
the
were
Stone
clearly
Age.
domestic because they were in people's houses when these hadith were written. So they were obviously domesticated then.
And also, in Islam, we just talked about the cave story, right?
Yeah.
In Islamic, is first of all, another thing. Look, in your Islamic hadith, you had guard dogs for your fields. Look, domesticated. Look at this. On that prophet, on the very morning, he commanded the killing of the dogs until he announced that the dog kept for the all those dogs should be killed, but one dog was spared because he was protecting the field. Look, domesticating dogs even in ancient Arabia, and even way before there is based on all Islamic's own story, based on Islamic stories, the false Islamic stories. The people from the cave who fell asleep in the cave, they had a pet dog who was domesticated.
Yeah.
So bullshit, lady. Fuck you and your excuses. And you are you're not just dumb, you're lying to your ideas. Because you just said that, that anti-dog shit is not Islamic. And you're also now saying, by the way, if it is Islamic, dogs back then were different. So you are excusing killing of dogs. That lady, you are acting like you're a dog lover. Look at this. She's showing us, look at my cute doggy here. Look at my cute doggy. And just a few seconds after, she was like, yeah, you know what? If there was any dog killings happening, which I'm not going to be honest, and I'm not going to tell you that we have dog killing hadiths. Come on, the dogs back then were different probably.
What? I've never had.
She's excusing the killing of dogs. This lady is your dog lover. Fuck you. Take your dog away from her. She might kill her one day. God damn it. She's excusing dog killing. And she's not being honest to her audience. She knows it's related. That's the only reason she would say that.
That before. So I also question that it's cultural. And I don't know if this is true. This is personally my opinion, is that I'm pretty sure that the dogs of Arabia 1400 years ago were very, very different from our domesticated dogs right now.
Why would you have to make that argument if there's nothing anti-dog in Islam?
Exactly.
Why would you have to? Yes. If you are right, if you are just saying, if you're being honest and there's nothing anti-dog in Islam, why would you have to make this argument right now?
So although people were told, and actually in Islam it is said that you can have a dog for protection, but the dogs of Arabia 1400 years ago were not domesticated animals. It's like the dingoes in Australia right now.
Yeah, you could have non-domesticated dogs as protection. Good luck with that. Have you tried using a wolf as protection for your fields? Like, oh yeah, the dogs were not domesticated and they were being used to protect the fields. Wow, really? They were using non-domesticated animals as protection for their fields.
Or inside their houses.
Amazing.
They had them in their houses.
Amazing. Go try that with a wolf. See, good luck with it. What the hell?
Or dingo. Go find yourself a dingo.
They were using dogs as protection, even though they weren't domesticated. That's a miracle. I mean, Islam must be true if they manage that. Fucking hell. Like so they're not anti-dog, but hey, dogs were shitty back then, so I don't know why you need to make that. They were not domesticated. They were using it as guarding. They were using non-domesticated dogs as a way to protect themselves. And given that they weren't domesticated, they were shitty dogs anyways, and that's why they need to kill them. But hey, they're not anti-dog anyway, so I don't even know why I'm making this argument. Amazing. I mean, this is Inception level hypocrisy. Like the layers of hypocrisy and contradiction of her own arguments is just like layers and layers. It's just blowing my mind.
But that's how I like fumbled my way into accepting everything. Like that's how it happens. This as frustrating as it is to hear this woman, this is what we need to address, because this is how dumb people are, and this is how people are converting to Islam. This is how, and this is why it's happening, because people are fumbling their way through and apologizing that way and just being like, no, it can't be that bad. It's like, obviously there's some legit excuse of blah, blah, blah. And you just like find this pretty thing about a prostitute and make it sound great. And look how merciful it is. Like, I'm telling you, I was there and I was that like, wow, look at how peaceful. I'm so peaceful now. I'm at peace. I pray 5 times a day. It's the same thing. It's really frustrating. I still have my notes that I took the day that I did my Shahada. So I have clear proof of the things I was believing in that led me to, like, it's really sad.
Okay, I love this comment by Hussein Rahman. Hussein is saying, we heard this before. This is 9-year-olds. Yeah, this is exactly the same argument.
Yep.
9-year-olds were much different back then young girls and young
child
girls
marriage
today.
was common back then. Everything. That's just how it was. The culture. It's normal.
Right. Welcome to Islam, everyone. Where 9-year-olds 1400 years ago were adults, and dogs were not domesticated. Even though if they were not domesticated, they're not dogs to begin with. They're called dogs because they're domesticated, because they're not wolves anymore. Okay, so in this is Islamic science. 9-year-olds were adults 1400 years ago, and dogs were not domesticated, and they were worthy of killing, apparently. Oh my God, this is amazing. What if wolves prevent angels to come to you? Dingoes are domesticated. Are they? I don't know that. She does not even know that non-domesticated dogs are called, yes, are wolves. Yes, the reason why they're called dogs is because they're domesticated. There were wolves. Wolves got domesticated, and the new species was born. It's called dogs. So the term non-domesticated dog itself, it's a contradiction. It's kind of like saying non-domesticated wild chickens in the forest, right? That's what it's like. Isn't that like saying like, oh yeah, you know, you went to the jungle and there were chickens laying eggs on trees or something like that. They're non-domesticated chicken. Oh, good. Let me see. She is just dishonest. Yeah, she is dishonest.
We'll see in about a year. She won't have a dog anymore if she's still Muslim.
Save that dog. Tara saying a religion of special pleading. Yeah, exactly. Islamic science, yes. God.
They are dogs. Would you want them in your house? No. Would you want my dog in your house? Yes.
Oh my God.
So
save that dog. Imagine acting like you're a dog lover and making excuses for killing of dogs 1400 years ago because you think that they weren't domesticated.
Yeah, it's just kind of a more light-hearted one, but definitely if you are thinking about becoming Muslim, please do not let this put you off. I've had at least 2 people in my DMs on Instagram, I'll put my account down here, saying that they don't think they can become Muslim because Islam doesn't like dogs.
There we go, guys. Proof. We need to use this. This is the Achilles heel. I thought the anti-gay stuff was like pure the greatest weapon we have against Islam, because I thought like if we go tell people how anti-gay, how anti-LGBT Islam is, I thought like Islam is not good. That's the best defense. Like people are going to be like, okay, yep, nope. We don't want Islam. Islam is homophobic. No, thank you to Islam. Okay, I thought that would be it. I thought that's all we need to do. Okay, apparently that's not enough. Okay, but I think this is it. I think people care more about dogs than LGBT.
Not sad.
Yeah. So I mean, it's fine. I guess. I don't know.
Who
I'm
cares
gonna.
about slavery and all that?
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever works. We're gonna go with this, okay?
Yeah.
So we just need to show people how anti-dog Islam is.
And that is just terrible to hear. We really need to get some education on that.
Yes, get education.
Yeah, we
show
need to,
people.
big
Show people.
time.
Look how short this hadith is, guys. This is like the long hadith. This one is actually a bigger weapon because it's like Sahih Muslim, okay? But this one is not Sahih Muslim, but it's shorter. So both of them have their advantages, right? This one is Muhammad telling you to kill the black dogs, but the one that is even more authentic, that is gonna. It's the problem with this one is that it's a bit longer, but it's more authentic, and Muhammad, it comes off across more aggressive because he spared only one dog, and only because he was being useful. Very useful.
Yeah.
Number 6 is
Okay,
that
number 6 we're gonna do later. We already went for too long. Wow, I didn't think this video is gonna be this bad. God damn it.
Yeah, it's very cringy.
Very cringy. Guys, killing dogs is cringe. Dog killing is cringe. Do not
Big
kill
time.
dogs. Big time. Yes. God damn it. Yeah, I think we need to make. I don't know how to make a shirt about this without getting removed. Dogs.
What about killing dogs?
Yeah,
Just
I can't.
call it like the truth about Islam and dogs or something like that.
I'm not gonna. I can't put killing dogs on a T-shirt. That's like gonna get removed.
No,
or
no.
something. So I'm gonna say
Something
Muhammad
like dogs
didn't.
are dirty or something like that.
Like Muhammad didn't like dogs. Muhammad liked Islam. You choose something. I don't know. I have to come up with something short and clever. Guys, if you have like in the comment section, something short and clever, okay? But it can't have killing in it. It cannot be like very aggressive anti-Islam, okay? Because then it will be removed from Amazon and stuff like that. But it needs to be like
Dog lives matter.
Muhammad. Oh, I know. Muhammad hates dogs. And that's all you need to know about Muhammad. That's too long. That's too long. Needs to be short. Like that's too long. That's what she said. They need to be shorter. They need to be shorter. Islam versus dogs. Yeah, but it's not educational. Like people are gonna be like, okay, why not both? I'll think of guys. If you after this live stream is over, if you have a good T-shirt idea for dogs versus Islam, let us know. Okay, let us know. Anyways, because we did this video, Deborah, did you want to add anything before we end this live stream? Because I'm gonna.
No, just that her sentiments are more common than we like to admit. That is her. This video is a good example of why people are converting to Islam, especially women. And people are like, how in the hell would a woman convert? Well, it's because of this.
Yeah,
how dumb we are.
Yeah. People are again. Every time you think people are not as dumb as you think, you always like proven false right away.
No, like honestly, people like I sit there and I have to educate people for a long time just to explain a little thing. People have no idea.
Okay, Silva, you're saying 3 words is too long. Damn, it wasn't 3 words. It was 3 sentences. 3 words is not too long. 3 sentences is too long. How about maybe 3 long sentences? Okay, so here it is. Muhammad hated dogs. Fuck Muhammad. How about that? I think Muhammad. No, I think that would be removed. Muhammad hated dogs. That's it. That's it. No, that's it. Nothing else.
Hates dogs.
Prophet Muhammad hates. That's how simple it needs to be, guys. I'm a genius. You let the person take the you don't give them the conclusion. You don't give them the conclusion. Whatever, you just give the facts. You come up with your own conclusion. You don't say anything else. Guys, I'm a fucking marketing genius. You say Prophet Muhammad hated dogs. What's your point? I don't know. What's your point? I'm just telling you that this is a fact. You take from that what you want. Okay? You don't give them the conclusion. You just
Yeah.
let them take. You just let them fill in the blank.
Yeah.
You just let them fill in the blank. Guys, I'm a marketing genius. Okay, it's short and it does all. Prophet Muhammad hated dogs. Dot. Full stop. Nothing else needed. That's the next T-shirt. Yes, people are saying brilliant. Yes, see?
Yeah, I'll get that
I want
one.
this shirt. Yes.
And I'm getting a only black dog. I'm gonna make sure there's no white on there. I'm getting
Yes.
a whole black dog.
Yes. Bingo. People love it. Good. I'm gonna do this. This is our next T-shirt. Coming up. Okay. All right. Because we did this video, because Apostle Prophet reviewed it. Look at this. Apostle Prophet managed to review this video in 10 minutes.
Oh, it was a
Okay?
short one, I know.
In 10 minutes, you know, we did 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
On half of it.
We did half of the video. We did half of this video. We reviewed half of it, and we've been at it for 2.5 hours. Jesus Christ. But because we did this review video, because of Apostle Prophet, today, I'm not going to threaten you to subscribe to this video. However, if you are not subscribed to this channel, do not check under your bed tonight. I'm not saying there's anything there or anything's going to happen to you. I'm just warning you, just don't check. If you're not subscribed to Atheist Republic, do not check under what's under your bed later tonight before you go to sleep. It's just a suggestion, okay? If you are subscribed to Atheist Republic, it's all good. Don't worry about it. You can check. I guarantee there's nothing there, okay? Don't have to worry about it. But if you're not subscribed, just don't look. Just don't look under your bed tonight. Just don't look, okay? That's all I'm saying. It's not a threat. It's not a warning. It's just a suggestion. Okay? That's that. And because we were motivated by the Apostle Prophet to do this video, I'm going to close off by saying, say it after me. Everybody knows? You should know how we're going to stay. Okay, don't say the rest. Where's the live chat? Come on, people. People, you guys know how we're going to end this live stream? Where's her? Come on, guys, deliver.
Like nobody's doing it.
Nobody's doing it. Maybe there's a delay.
On.
No. Subscribe to him, but that's not what I'm saying. God damn it. There we go. Stay away from Islam.
Yeah.
Stay away from Islam. Stay away from Islam.
Do
Yes. Guys, hashtag stay away from Islam. Exactly.
Away.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Stay away from Islam.